URL が、本番と同じものに各チャンネルになりましたので、最終的に映像音声問題ないか、手短にチェックさせていただきたいと思いますので、ご協力よろしくお願いいたします。ということで、本日も YouTube、Twitch、ニコニコ生放送3チャンネルで同時に配信しておりますので、映像音声問題ないか、それぞれのチャンネル、皆さんご覧のチャンネルのチャットで、お知らせいただければと思います。気になることがある場合は、その旨お知らせください。Twitter でお知らせいただく場合には、ハッシュタグ FFXIV ライブ、14ライブをつけてお知らせください。番組の感想とか、今このことやってるよなんていうつぶやきみんなで見ておりますので、ぜひともよろしくお願いいたします。はい、ということで、多分いいも悪いも今日は大丈夫だと思うんです。なんせテスト事項が少ないですからね、大丈夫そうですかね。大丈夫そうですかね。Twitch で若干訪れっていうヒヤリとするコメントが見れるんですけど、大丈夫ですか？皆さん的に大丈夫ですか？今のところ大丈夫そう。大丈夫そう。問題なさそう。はい。
I have a pie in the oven right now, so I may have to go grab that in a second. But we're just going to be spending basically the first 30 minutes doing warm up and stuff. I've not gone to bed yet because I could not sleep. How is everybody who's here? Laura, don't you have classes and stuff? What are you doing up?
大丈夫そうですね。それではです、本日は、この後午後8時からご覧のチャンネル URL そのままで、ファイナルファンタジー14のパッチ 6.4 コンテンツ特集パート1をお届けする予定になっております。ね、6.4 の実装項目のあれやこれやを、プロデューサー兼ディレクターの吉田さんがもろもろ紹介と解説をしてくださるという放送でございますので、ごゆるりとお楽しみいただければと思います。で、この後ですね、直前テスト放送終わりましたら、この今ご覧の番組は一旦二重の状態に戻って BGM が流れるだけになりますが、午後8時になりましたら、そこで自動的に本番が始まりますので、そのまま閉じずにお待ちいただければと思います。はい、それでは大丈夫かな？大丈夫ですか？はい、それでは手短ですが、このまま2人に戻させていただきます。また午後8時にお会いしましょう。一旦失礼します。
Lard, you permanently have things to do. Not A3, good to see you, glad to have you guys. Okay, friendly reminder, we still have about 28 minutes until anything begins. This is just Foxconn doing the audio tests. That one red mage, good to see, glad to have you. No, you did not miss anything. You sounded bad. I sound quiet? Okay, cool. This is exactly why we're doing our audio tests as well. Test type audio needs to be negative, and then I'm gonna just turn this up. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I'm gonna scroll back a little bit.
ということで、
Let me know compared to Foxconn how I'm sounding.
いいも悪いも今日は大丈夫だと思うんです。なんせテスト事項が少ない、ね。
Good to glad to have you. I don't know if I just said that, but I'm so tired. So I don't know who I forgot. Better? Okay. Yes, I'm a terrible student. Look, I was not a good student either. Well, I was a wonderful learner. Just a terrible, terrible student for probably similar reasons you seem to be struggling. AC, good to see, glad to have you. No worries, AC. You can always catch the VOD, or many other people catch it up. Seeing as it's the first live letter, we shouldn't be getting the trailer, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. If we don't get a trailer, I'll probably be going to bed right away. If we do, I'm gonna try to do an immediate analysis video and throw that up. I'm gonna go grab my pie. Be right back. Oh, I got me a pie. Same, I have no problem with information. I have every problem with the work. Yeah. I struggle with, I just struggle with some forms of executive function, and also I struggle with the busy work side of, homework. It wasn't the doing of things, it was the... Yeah. Oh, hot. Okay, guys. I just realized we could do some pitches for either what we think's in 6.4 or what we think, or how we felt about 6.3. But alternatively, we could also just read a story from Chronicles of Light if people are feeling that. Jade, good to see you. Glad to have you. How you doing? How's your exploits in endgame content been lately? Still up to Baldesian Arsenal, or move on to other pastures? Summary of this later on. Also, I'm still thinking about Hrothgar's sword from FF3 stream. I think the KH2 design is suitable. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, like, you could literally just use Simba Sora for at least the head. Pretty good. My stack started and got through Garuda in one night. Is your static not cleared? Are there any people who refreshed for you? Because, I don't know, like, I just assumed you had already done it since you had so much knowledge on it. Gearlea, good to see you, glad to have ya. Almost everyone is fresh. I need to sit down and do one day I want to just like sit down and like just do like a marathon stream over the course of a month and clear all of them, or do something like that. The problem is frankly is not doing the content or scheduling it for me. The biggest problem is getting 7 other like-minded people. Sutana, good to see you, glad to have you. Oh, Yukio, thank you for the 1,375p. Woo! Good start. Let's get to that cooking stream. I've seen Perdition. Nice. Let's see what kind of nonsense we have in store. Definitely. They're going to announce the second island sanctuaries on the moon as Ataru takes her capitalistic empire intergalactic. I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to be on, like, in the archipelago of Sharlayan? I mean, think about, like, the main isles of Ham, Yor, Sharlayan, and, well, Val, not there anymore. But, I mean, it's, like, you know, there's so many islands there. I would imagine that the second place would be in Blood Brine Sea, or in the Ruby Sea, or, you know, or in the Bounty, you know? I think we'll get a remix of Golbez's themes with lyrics. I hope we do, like they did with Forged by Crimson. I would imagine AC if we get him as a trial, which, I mean, at current pace, you would think, right? If we're gonna get, you know, more trials, who else would it be? Last part of the raid. Yep, 6.4 is gonna be the final part of Pandemonium, that's for sure. And based off of Yoshi-P's quotes at the panel we got, maybe, just maybe, we'll get some answers to Sabika at long last. That, or we'll get it from Alliance Raid. I really want Crystarium Halcyon. I know it's Copium, though. Well, to be fair, Jade, though, if the 13th and the stuff around the connection between shards goes the way that we're thinking it's going, right, that becomes all the more likely in a post-7.0 world, or at a post-6.x world. So it's Copium now, but it becomes ever more realistic as time progresses. I'm not a hardcore raider, but I love the alternate lore of the Ultimates. Yes, that is the most... That is my favorite way that, like, in-universe fanfiction may have ever been done. Like, the extremes just being basically alternate timeline, alternate universe fanfics by the Wandering Minstrel. The money is for the new high school glam emo. Thank you, Yukio. I'll definitely have to get that on Elio. Pass you a photo or two. Whoever the second island is, it needs to be somewhere with a really different aesthetic. Well, if you made it in the Blood Brine, or the Northern Empty, you could definitely have snow. The Bounty would be relatively similar, so probably not there if you wanted it to be different. Ruby Sea would be different. It would still be tropical, but it would be different. The like flora and fauna that you'd find there would be very different. You could go to the Aras, but I mean, like, we haven't gone up in there at all, so. Yeah, no, I mean, I would really default to the northern part of the Northern Empty, because it would also be good setup for, like, doing with Aeroslings and stuff, you know? Do we think the next part of Star's Grand Endeavor will have us going to Baja, to Whirlit, or to the first? I would go with Whirlit, because Whirlit's close to the home front, right? Because it's on the western side of Ilsevard instead of Baja, which is on the eastern side. I mean, now that's not, I mean, really it could be both. I mean, that would be my pitch, would probably be Baja and or Whirlit, and probably both would make sense. I don't think the first makes sense because she can't really be part and parcel to that, and the only thing that we have that really kind of conveys between those two other than us is the Pixies. It's like, I don't know, it's just so limiting, you know? More diving spots would be nice too. Doubtful, but hopeful. Red Mage, I wouldn't doubt that. I think that the problem with that is that those were made because people on the dev team thought we need this, and this would be really cool. But because they were so well received and implemented, I wouldn't be surprised to see more. I don't give up hope. I wouldn't say like, oh, expect it, but don't give up hope. You know. Nick, good to see, glad to have you. Ryan, back from my usual live letter check-in. Blessing to you all from the 12. If we're truly going all in on the FF4, I want to make a theory of what Zeramis will be. The souls of Zodiac Shard mutated consciousness monstrosity, perhaps. Yes, but here's an alternative pitch to your alternative pitch. That, but the Zodiac Shard consciousness as an entity is actually what Golbez is. That's a pitch. I mean, I'm not dead set on that, but I'm hoping it's that rather than him being like the Warrior of Light of the 13th or something. Not that I wouldn't accept that, and not that I don't think that that's a terrible choice, but just making every, it's the Warrior of Light on the Shard, on the 13th. It's like every time it's just like, oh, the Arbert thing, and, it's really good, but I don't want them to overuse it. And it should come up again, but it's just, we've had a very Azem-focused time lately. Pixie is limiting, but Taru does no fail. Yeah, it's true, Levy. It's a good point. Like, my point would not be to the impossibility of it being with the first, more so that I feel like it would be a much stronger use of the narrative of Tataru's Grand Endeavor and what it's been about to focus on Worla and Basha, especially post-Endwalker recovering, right? I think the next part of Tataru's Grand Endeavor will ever become real and stealing your wallet. Tataru will buy out Rowena. Yeah, just mark my words. By this point, I'm sure Tataru is working on Square Enix. Yeah, definitely. Jade, are you looking forward to doing things like top and like moving on past Uwu? Goldbias. 0. I am your father. Search your feelings. You know this to be true. Yeah. Still think she's the final boss. I mean, maybe. My impression with 0 is that 0 is going to be around for a long time to come. 0 to me is definitely like new Scion material, new like plans to be here for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna be a Pentalegi one day. Oh, you could, Jade. I have no question you're gonna be that. Frankly, it's just a question of whether or not it's like before 7.0 or not at this pace. Yeah, probably gonna go for my T clear in 6.4, 6.5. Nice. 0 is the new Estinian. Yeah, basically. I feel like I agree with that statement. I do feel like it's reductive towards the characterization because I think there's actually, other than the general standoffishness, which even it comes from a different and interesting place, like, there are many differences, but yes, in a very similar role. Jer, good to see, glad to have ya. Friendly reminder, we have 15 minutes until the live letter. We do not particularly know what it will be about, but it will probably be a lot of little quality of life things. I mean, information about 6.4, obviously, but because it's the first live letter, it'll be the amount to which we're going to get on that will be ambiguous. Maybe we might get updates towards things in the future. We'll see. Ray, good to see you, glad to have you. Time to grab snacks and drinks. Yeah, now is the time. This is YouTube. We're contractually obligated to say like and share and subscribe. Though if you're commenting, you probably already have. If you don't know what the Eorzean Archives does, we do lore content on Final Fantasy XIV. We cover all sorts of topics, going on over them in great depth. So I don't think a Zem's face glyph will add much to their character, but I don't think we'll ever awaken to it. Our crystal only has their spell, not their memories. It's interesting. The Convocation Stone, because it's made by, created by Emmet should at least have some finite amount of their memories, but but we haven't really been witness to them, so that's not an unfair point. But yeah, the sigil of office is an interesting thing, right? I guess I was gonna comment on that, like, would we? But then I realized, like, Gaia, for instance, when she awakens to her office, does. So yeah, that's an interesting point. And yeah, I don't know that I would imagine. Actually, let's look at. Why don't we pull up the FF12 images real quick? Because there's not. Photos, ancient photos. Give me a second, Miss Arts. Oh, that problem when you have too much. When you have too many files. Symbols of scions. FF12 symbols of scions. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's only 13. There's not one for this. Would it be the seat of Azem? Lala's got their revenge. Azem's face glyph shows up and it's just a poorly drawn Among Us. I would imagine it would be something like the star, right? Like Helios. The idea is that everything orbits around them. They are the star. Their symbol, theirs is not the constellation. Theirs is the symbol of Atheris. It is of home. It is of the thing for which everything rotates around. So I would imagine it'd be something akin to that. But then again, like the other symbols were, you know, renditions of. If you don't know, let me pull it up. If you are unaware, all the symbols, the mask symbols, are actually come from Final Fantasy XII. The esper symbols. So like for instance, if you look at Emmet Selk, they took part of Zalera and flipped it. Then you have like Elidibus's, whose symbol was Zodiark. Igiorm's, Lahabrea's down here. Nabrialis, you know, he did a little Triforce doohickey. And then even Fandaniel's is the like lion face in Hashmal. We should see the next Criterion dungeon. Yes, hopefully. 6.4 is going to have Criterion, right? Or at least 4.5. It's supposed to. We haven't heard much recently, so I'm not worried, but we'll see. It's supposed to. My dream is Gelmora. If we went to Gelmora, Ogomoro, like they did the first 3 were based off of what, based off of like the 3 city-states, right? Because the first one, Ul'dah, with Sildee. If they did Ogomoro, and then they did, Gelmora proper, like the city proper. Pretty good. Vanna doesn't have an Esper in 12, does she? No, but her seat was a Zem, so. The Zem glyph could be the legacy tattoo. Oh, that's a really interesting idea, Kirillea. Yeah. Helianus, good to see you, glad to have ya. Vanna is rogue goddess from 13. Yes, Vanna is the rogue entity that teams up with Sid. That's the shared name. The legacy tattoo is too simple. I don't know. I feel like the legacy tattoo. Let me hear. Maybe I'm crazy. Legacy tattoo FX. And also, I don't know. Like, no, I feel like that could definitely work. Cause like it's simple, but that's like think about the convocation stone of Azem, right? Again, the star, the singular, the like it is meant to be in some ways simple. So I feel like that's evocative. Do I think Blitzball will bless us? I think I can copium the hell out of that for until the end of time and still not get it. But no, if we were gonna get that, I would imagine something like that in 7.0. I mean, my dream is that they make Blitzball Meracidian pastime, and that's why I don't have it. Pavin, good to see you, glad to have you. Morning, Brian. Just a bit more rewards for harder Criterions. I'm torn on that. I understand, and I like support the idea of like wanting more rewards for that stuff, but I'm also really okay just letting it be a thing that you do for the enjoyment of it, and then have, you know, a couple simple extrinsic rewards if you really want to get them. Because the problem is if you make it a whole bunch of stuff tied to it, you end up in a situation where you end up in a problematic situation with Criterion where it's like, okay, you come late to the party and now you have like so much you have to do just to even begin to catch up. So, and I'm not saying that that's like a complete defense of it, but like it's I don't know. I wasn't that peeved by how Criterion went, but I also got so much lore and story out of it, like regular mode anyways, and good fights out of the heart, you know, Savage, that I was like, it was good enough for me. I'd love to see Blitzball. I mean, me too. I would love to see Blitzball. Huge Final Fantasy X fan. I would love, as much to people like Mr. Happy's chagrin, I would love it in the Gold Saucer. I don't need it as a combat job in any way. I mean, like, a Chakram skin as a Blitzball would be enough. But, like, I do really want it as a minigame. Collecting people to play on your team throughout the world, kind of like, you know, how you did in 10. Sure hope they add them on more normal dungeons with point X. They'll add one. They'll add a point. They'll add one story dungeon. I don't foresee them changing up their cadence at the moment. I think the thing is that if you're gonna get, instead of getting like extra hard mode dungeons or even normal dungeons at this point, what you'll see is one normal dungeon per patch, and then I think you'll see Criterion take up the slack there. Let it drop its equivalent gear. I'm not impacted by that enough to have a strong opinion either way, but I definitely. My problem is the rapidity with which you can run that kind of invalidates. Like, Jade, are you just saying like it would have a weekly lockout as well, so it's a secondary way to potentially get gear? Is it like basically if you wanted to get yet an extra coffer chance? Like, what's your pitch on that? I'm curious. I love playing other FFs and suddenly understanding the references. Yeah, not A3. I feel that. And I will say, me and Aniri have been replaying through all of them currently. We're on FF3. And the amount to which I already knew that FF3 and other FF games inspired the developers, but the specificity of it now is becoming very fascinating. Jackson, good to glad to have you. Many of my favorite dungeons were Blue Quest 1. Yeah, I feel that. I won't be able to watch live because I'm stuck at work. Have fun, everyone. Kyle, good to glad to have you. And I'm sorry, man, that sucks. Chromanium, good to see you, glad to have ya. It has been a while, but it's always good to have you. If I could get all jobs with Criterion, I would have 1,100 million clues. The face glyphs are meant to be power limiters, right? Are they? Is there a place that says that? I can't remember one off the top of my head, doesn't mean that doesn't exist. Imagine recruiting Sadu or Godbert for your Blitzball team. Oh, now you're... Okay, I'm loving this all the more. 8 minutes, by the way, until stream. I played so much goddamn Blitzball, hope we don't get another Dado, though, because speed. I will say, I didn't play a ton of Blitzball in 10 because I don't like side games like that in my single-player games, but I love them in my MMOs and multiplayer games. So, like, this would be my chance to really get into it. The only reason I ever did it in the original was because, you know, Waka's ultimate weapon. Of the relic weapons continue to be easy to level. That's a whole can of worms, Jackson. I hope that the next one strikes a better balance for people rather than being, you know, so split. The tomes works really, really well for me. It has allowed me to work on the relic weapons with a lot of my goals set up really, really well. But I know some people who are kind of annoyed by it. Shouldn't the final line spray be 6.5? Yes, let it drop tome gear. My most recent video, Louis Swaz Wake. Thank you, Ray Ray. Do you ever think it was a mistake for them to say no more new races? No. I think it was very smart. I understand why they do it. It's a resource hog, but making more and more job scenes untenable. Well, I mean, it's simple. I mean, basically, every 2 years. So at some point, they could switch over to making one job per expansion. And that's, I mean, tenable for a long period of time. And then the thing is that, like, that's a future-proofing issue that can become dealt with as more and more time goes on. And as the game shifts and evolves. But, you know, if you're looking at, if we say that this is the last expansion with 2 jobs, let's say, you know, then it's like 8, you know, at most, you're looking at 4 new jobs after 7.0 for the next 8 years or so. So it's like, you know, definitely new races also new races don't make up for jobs. Like the people who have that affects with glam or loving to play different characters and stuff, it's great, but it's not the same thing as being able to engage in old and new content in a different way. The normal Criterion drop tome gear and Criterion Savage drop augmented tome gear. Sure, yeah, I like that idea. I definitely like that idea. Yukio, good to glad to have you. Question, how bad would the devastation be if Golbez succeeds? Bad. We don't know how bad, but bad. Still expecting a sea shanty style song for the final Alliance raid? I think Thalia. It depends. It depends if Limblades are final, yes. If it's Oceans are final, then it's definitely something more in line with Nim. Which could still be sea shanty-ish, but it would probably be more about mountains. Elliot during FF stream was like Leonardo DiCaprio pointing me. It's true. Roy, good to glad to have you. The soccer kick in recent Hildebrand quest could be a Blitzball reference. It definitely was some Jack shot energy, Roy. I 100% felt that. Thank you, Ray Ray. Our latest archived. We archive all of the events because a lot of people haven't in the past, and we archive them very high quality so that people can experience them in the future. They could just add an in-between quest for Alliance series without adding raids, adding raid like with Whirlwind. They could just add an in-between quest for Alliance series. I'm not sure I fully follow. It would cause the Aether source to be disturbed significantly. Yes, majorly, Jade, yeah. Can't wait for Blitzball Ultimate in 10.0. Just you wait. If what I see on the internet is true. Isn't a high lung capacity required for Blitzball or the ability to breathe underwater? It's very ambiguous in 10. Like, you can make pitches on what you think, what you think's going on there, if it's just that they can breathe underwater endlessly, or if there's special water spheres or whatever. I'll be forever mad that they will never add Bananga as the best race. At least, Banga at least are in the game, you know, and they've played a part, and, you know, Dalmasca and all that jazz. But yeah, I mean, the nightmare that would be to try and, like, make gear for them, even just their heads. You basically would just have to say no helmets, because the amount of problems, that, like, their heads are not even close, you know? I heard rumors that Heart of Sabik is being brought into this new patch. No, Yoshi-P said that we might, in the near future, get some answers at last about the Heart of Sabik. That is what we were told. What that means could mean 6.4, it could mean 6.5, it could mean 7.0. Like, so I would say, like, we will almost certainly get something, but it could be any time within the next year. So I would definitely say this. I wouldn't say this patch for sure. I think it's likely. I think it being tied into Pandemonium, what with La Habrea, makes sense. But don't assume, you know. I'm copium for Rattatan Gun Shield tank even as a limited job. Yeah, I can't see it just because also like the Gun Shield and its association with Garlemald, but you know. Specifically Imperial Garlemald, not like Reaper. The looks of the relic weapon are hot, then there's little incentive to grind it. I'm usually only some jobs get something that looks better. Peter, good to see, glad to have you, but I'm not sure I follow, unless that's what you're implying is that the relics aren't good for this set. Because I would have to say that the relics for this set might be my favorite ever, so, you know, to each their own. People next can hold their breath insanely long, so maybe thank Grid for Blitzball. There you go. Just go deeper, not wider. Add more depth to each job instead of more jobs. You don't. No. So the problem is that's not how 14's designed, and you run into an issue of either want button blow, or you start doing things like talent trees or issues. And if you've ever played like WoW, Guild Wars 2, a lot of other things, balance gets way fucking nightmarish really fast, and there becomes a lot of things that are just actively worse than others. Part of the reason that Final Fantasy XIV has such good balance is because of its straightforward and simplistic. Basically, your roles have a spec tree. The tank has 4 specs in it. Those specs are the 4 tanks, right? You have the Warrior spec, the Dark Knight spec, the Gunbreaker spec, the Paladin spec, basically. They can continue to evolve them, but there's also a limit to how many buttons they can have because they also support controllers, right? You can't go beyond a certain limitation for that. With current limited fidelity and design style, it's not easy to get cool weapon design better than just G-Post screenshots. Current limited fidelity and design style. I'm not sure I follow, because they have a pretty wide-ranging gambit of different design styles. I mean, there's always been, every step has always been, like, somewhat similar in terms of, like, having similar glows or... So, like, we're gonna be the Titanic theme by Celine Dion. I mean, add just Quest, not the Alliance raid in 12 square. Add just Quest and not the Alliance raid. Oh, in this patch. Oh, like in Nier. Okay, yeah. I followed that. Yeah. I mean, that would be cool to add the interstitial quest, kind of like what they did for Nier. I was wondering about that next, and then breathing underwater. I just go with they hold their breath for a long time, but who the fuck knows, man. Spira and its water and spheres are all weird. Spira hats to spare. And their body shape would be a nightmare, but I just want an ugly race. Everything is too dang pretty. I mean, Hoth art. You can make our Hoth kind of fugly. You're not wrong. Can you make a playlist of your FF2 playthrough? Yes, I definitely can. Ray, do you either want to get on it or do you want to remind me to do that? That's understandable. I only heard a little bit about it. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Yeah, also, you think they're waiting for the graphic overhaul to add Frem Hofgra? No, I think I don't think they're necessarily waiting for that. I just think the amount of effort involved is high, and that it makes much more sense to put it out when it's going to be
皆さん
a
こん
new
ばん
thing
は。
as part of like the marketing.
第76
Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go.
プロデューサーレターライブのお時間です。
はい
皆さんにご挨拶お願いします。
ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサー兼ディレクターの吉田です。よろしくお願いしま
お
す。
進行を務めます。天気一部モルゴルこと室内です。よろしくお願いいたします。
はい
Excuse me while I shovel this down my mouth.
はい、スクエアエニックスの松田です。今日よろしくお願いします。
The last time I heard that bass was in Nier. I fought him as a boss.
ですね、
はい、
今日は冒頭、ちょっと今見慣れない絵面にはなりましたけれども、
そうですね
我々の社長でもあり、私の直属の上司でもある松田社長
I will
に
be reading out the translations as they come up.
ちょっと気になることがありまして、
はい、
なんか聞くところによると松田さん会社辞めるんですよ。
Helios, just so you know, we know for a fact that the hardest to beak is definitely an Aurosite. What's in it is the question, but we know it is a piece of
総
Aurosite.
会でね、まあね、今までどうもありがとうございましたということで、
わー。
The next time cooking stream, this time eating while looking at Yoshida stream.
まあ実は
Yep.
ね、我々も結構ね、
Okay,
最近だ
so
ったり
this is Yoshi-P.
したんで
The guy in the middle is
結構ざわ
the
ざわ
current
ざわしてま
president,
したけど
well,
もう
ex-CEO
せっか
of
くなの
Square
で
Enix.
14のね、プレイヤーの
Who is
皆さん
currently
に
stepping down.
何か一言ぜひ。
And he's stepping down in June.
14プレイヤーの皆さん、本当今まで、長らくありが
He's
とうご
just
ざい
here
ました。
saying a thank you.
自分が就任してからですね、もう皆さんこういったイベントでですね、いろいろ何回もご挨拶させていただいて、いろんなことをやってきまして、もうあっという間に10年経っちゃって。
Jade, are you saying you like the style of your weekend have
Just
word
like
relics a lot more? Because like
今日も
totally, I get
14時間
that.
生
I
放
will
送
say
かな
like
って聞いてたんだけど
relics to me are
どうも
every stage is
どうも
always
違う
like
みたいで
depends on what you
さっ
like,
き
right? Because to
ね
me, I
14
love them. I also really like the Shadowbringers one. but A
エ
lot
イ
of
プリ
people
ル
don't.
フールネタなんかないのかなと思って言ってたんだ
And
け
yes,
ど
Yoshi-P
こ
did
の
say
人よ
Geostorm
く
Summer
違う
from
あれあ
top.
れって言うからダメです。
どうもなんか違うみたいですね。
Yes, but we don't know if what was in the heart casted Ultima. We don't really understand fully what that means in specific. But yes. Good riddance. Kane Squirrel, good to see, glad to have you. And he was not the one pushing for the solo for the NFT thing. I think that's a lot of things that people like will just like spout. They see the NFT thing, they just assume he was in lead, so it was just him.
この10年正直
There's a lot more
結構
stuff
無茶な
going
こと
on
も
there.
いろいろやっていただいて
The
る
new
と思うんです
guys
よ
are
我々
more people who are actually more
ステージに上がって
sympathetic.
ね、お窓越しやっていたりとか、
席を飾っていただきまし
そう
たね。
なんかこう
That's
思
so
い出って
interesting. I always found the end stages of Evans were boring, but
まあ
I mean, that's what I love. I love that we have a
あ
different love.
本当14時間生放送でね
voices are drowning me out,
データ
turning
セン
them
ターの
down.
場所いそうになっちゃって
それは
自分で
まずいね。
それは
I will also be reading their stuff as soon as there's anything interesting to point
後ろ
out.
からちょっと
Okay, Matsuda has finally said,
Ah,
Dear 14
sorry,
players, thanks for sticking with us for such a long time. I always had the opportunity to join for announcements and been following watching development over the last few years. Yes, we've all aged 10 years here. I want to use this last opportunity to express my gratitude.
ラスベガスとか
And Yoshi-P asks, what's some of the best memories you've had made during that
ファン
time?
フェス
はい
コスプレの審査員もねやらせてもらったりと
いや
かもう本当いろいろ思い出つきませんよ本当にね
いやありがとうございますありがとうございます
本当
Yep,
皆
I
さ
know,
ん
I'm turning them down.
14楽しんでいただいてるまあファンの皆さんのねこのプレイヤーの皆さんのこう熱量が
Why
すごか
are
った
they
な
so loud for you guys, but so
そうで
quiet
すねそれは結構その会社の IR 情報でまあその退任されるっていう情報が出た時に14プレイヤーの皆さんからやっぱ寂しいなっていう声がすごい多かった
Let me know if that's good.
ので
On my screen, it literally I have them almost completely muted, so I'm trying to figure out
これ
why
ま
it's.
たいろいろね大きなイベントが多分あると思うんですけれどもまあそこでね皆さんぜひ日頃のプレイのみならずまあそういったところでねいろいろ交流しても
Too bad NFTs are staying far away from 14. I mean, that's the other thing is don't underestimate the amount of sway Yoshi-P has on as a member of the board.
さまざまな高額な決済をしていただいたんじゃないです
It's all good.
そうですね
Because like Yoshi-P has does have power.
持っててちょっとこの場で決めてもらっていいですかっていう
なかなかね
はい
しびれる
いやー
たくさんありました
はい高額なんてレベルじゃない決済をほぼ議論なしでお願いしますって
Alright, Matsuda says, I remember almost slipping the location of the physical data centers during a 14-hour broadcast. Yoshi-P, you can't do that. It holds everyone's data. Also, judging cosplay during FanFest was a lot of fun. We were all very surprised when we got the internal memo that you could be stepping down. I'm sure over the past years, Yoshida-san has brought many expensive projects to you. Matsuda says, yes, he has indeed. You don't need to hear them, Sutana. Like they're, it's Oh. Oh, we got a boy. Temple, come here.
まあ一言初めましてだと思います。
ご挨拶お願いします。
皆さんにご挨拶お願いします。
はい、はじめまして、私、桐生隆と申します。こちらに座っていらっしゃいます、松田さんの本人で、スクエニックスの社長をやらせていただきます。よろしくお願いします。
Captain Vitaru, good to see you, glad to have you.
まあそもそも
And now the new guy, says Yoshi-P. This is the guy replacing
はい、
Matsuda, I'm pretty sure.
私物です。これファンフェスでですね、このギターを見た瞬間に一目惚れしまして、必死になって。
You wave at the buddy.
9ヶ月待ちで手に入れました。私物。
いやこれ本当実はなんですけど、某ファイナルファンタジー6のプロデューサーの吉田が、メディアツアーに出ている時に、急に桐生さんから。
Yeah, this is the new CEO from June onwards, Takeshi Kiryu. Apparently, he was supposed to be interim, but it's very unclear. He's so young, yeah.
確かにデジタルファンフェスこれ発表したコラボを発表した直後に桐生さんにお会いした社内でお会いした時も
Let me know if there's any other volume issues and I can adjust it. Quinn, good to see you, glad to have you. Happy, good to see you, glad to have you. He saw the guitar during the digital fan fest and took him 9 months to get one, but that's his own guitar. He bought that, so he's. I'd love to hear someone play the Scions and Sinners Ultimate theme with the Aerithero electric guitar. I'm sure someone will do that. I'm sure you hang out in Limsa long enough, someone will do that for you, AC. Man, only looks like it could be Yoshida's son, yeah. Is this the NFT? No, okay. You gotta understand, there's not a single person driving the NFT thing. It is a much wider thing going on both as a push from the Japanese government for subsidies around technologies like that, Depple, as well as, you know, it's the board as a whole, right? It's not just like one guy coming in. It's easier to just say like, oh, it's this one person, but it's not how it's going down at the moment. The important thing to just remember though is that like it's just not. Don't worry about it. It's not coming to 14, and all of the initiatives that they've done have been flopping, and they're gonna turn away from it when it doesn't work. Yeah, Mikoya is my new CEO, the anime. He's our next CEO now, but I admired that he purchased the guitar for himself, says Yoshi-P, using his position, instead of using his position to get one. Because apparently he bought that, he didn't just like get it as, by being a higher up. But can you tell us about Final Fantasy XIV?
これお礼をまあ光の選手の皆さんありがとうございます。そんな桐生さんなんですけど、松田さんこうなぜこうご自身のこう公認としてこう桐生さん。
そうですね。まあ
交
代の時のね記者会見ではまあいろいろまあ。
Oh, check this out. So the new guy, he's been playing Final Fantasy XIV with his wife, and she is a more experienced player, dragging him everywhere and being annoyed at him for running in the wrong direction in a dungeon. So apparently, he is a Final Fantasy XIV player. He's not a great player, though. This is tedious. Yeah, sadly, this happens sometimes. That 14, 15, 16 collab, it's coming. It's coming, Red Mage. It's the main themes footfalls. It is not going to come to 14 before it does. If it is profitable, even at the cost of player goodwill, they will do it. It is a company after all. I don't trust any company. Right, but it's not profitable. That's my point. Like, all the NFT stuff has already crashed, and it's going to continue. And if there's not a function in gaming that is not is a motivating factor, and right now, from a marketing standpoint and optics standpoint, it's usually a hindrance, not a boon, right? So just like trust in that. I'm not saying don't trust a company to be a company. I'm saying trust a company to be a company, which is why you don't need to worry about it in the long term. Kevin, good to see you. Glad to have you. Would be nice if 7.0 was slimmed down version graphic-wise of FF16. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. I would look at the renders that they showed during the 6.1 live letter for what the graphics update would look like. Matsuda says, just to assure you guys, you're indeed watching a producer live letter for 14, not a board meeting. We're going to be wrapping up. Yoshi-P says, so Matsuda-san, do you have plans for the future? Okay, they're just talking about him playing golf. I got a new boss name now, musician way, gaming way. Red Mage only. I mean, like, so what I would look to for that is look something more. The problem is that there's also a very big difference between a lighting update and textural updates versus polygonal model updates, right? So I wouldn't expect much in the way of increased polygon count for like characters. I would look to like upgraded textures, better lighting, better foliage, and general stuff for maps. Like there will be polygonal updates there, we know for what they've shown us, but definitely I would be hesitant to wonder if you shouldn't expect like slim down 16. I would say, I mean, yeah, I would even say like 16, because it's just like a very apples to oranges comparison. And they also wanted to be able to run it on other stuff, on low key stuff, and they want to be able to have it run on PS4 still. Yeah. 6.4, they might announce that too. I mean, that timeline wise, yeah, Helios, that would make sense if they start talking about 14. Yeah. I misspelled, sorry. No, all good. Matsuda asks, why don't you add golf to 14? Yoshida says he can't play golf because developing game takes up too much of his time. So I can only play golf when I retire from game development. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, while we're waiting, I will pull up the lighting texture. FFXIV. For context, for what they showed us in the past, for the difference, current, new. So high res textures and then new shaders and lighting. And like, for instance, this is compressed all to hell, but current versus improved shading, lighting. So a lot more lighting. An example of Eorzean in here. Uznair, like the gold being a lot more gold, reflective, shiny. But yeah, this is probably the best general example. Congratulations, Matsuda. Rambo, good to see you, glad to have you. Example of Hrothgar with hats. Other than the ones that we already have, I don't think they because they, for the most part, just implementing it piece by piece. Nice. Good to see you, glad to have you. Suddenly sounds slow, so that means I'm no longer 2x speed and I'm caught up to life. Good. Scray has successive string of failures, once or twice not unrecoverable, considering hope the games do better in the future. AC, that's been an up and down problem they've had for, that's how you got 1.0, right? So it's always been a problem that they've struggled with. Yeah, exactly, Infinite. Maybe another 10 years we'll have hair physics. I wouldn't rely on it, but perhaps. Okay. Yoshida said he would love for Matsuda to come to Tokyo Fan Fest. Matsuda says, since we have the opportunity, we'd like to ask you a few more things, Kiryu-san. Yoshi-P says, this is the first time you're on stream like this. Kiryu says, yes. What's one of your first goals? How many people in that room? Sounds like a board meeting by amount of applause. Probably a couple people behind the camera. Probably not too many, though. Usually they're pretty intimate. Q says, 14 is already the best game in the world. I want to make it the best game in the universe. Okay.
まあ一番まあ
Work the shaft, why don't you?
衝撃を受けたゲームとかもたくさんあるんですけど、
はいはい
The pressure. Yoshi-P says the pressure.
多分皆さんトバルを期待されてると思うんですけど、残念ながらですね、
はい。
カードヒーローっていう某京都の任天堂さんという会社のゲーム、実は私めちゃくちゃ大好き。
Curious, and I really love the game developed by Square Enix in the past. I hope we can develop even better games in the future. The problem is that, like,
知らない方も
Japanese business speak is so polite anyways, it's impossible to, like, tell for sure. You know, I'm sure he means it, but, like, how much he
もう言っちゃってます。
gets it,
まあまあ
you know?
へえ。そうなんだ。
Golf Ultimate.
じゃあ逆にこう机にのゲームだとこれが一番刺さる。
Technically, if you're a monk, PvP is already
ゲーム
golf.
はやっぱり今
逆に答えづらいのかな。
Just knock people off the side of the arena. Nice
一番やっ
shot!
てるゲームは
はい
14です。
Yoshi-P asks him, what is your favorite Square Enix game?
思ってないです、思ってないです。トバルはやってません今。はい。
はい。いやー、そうなんですね。そうなんですね。
Kiryu says, difficult to answer, but the one I'm playing the most right now is definitely 14.
奥様と
はい
14やってて、
はい
なんかこんな出来事が
はい。
極限あったぞみたいな
あ
あります。
家に帰ってきて
はい。
妻と負け棒の前に並んで、
うん
一ギルでめちゃくちゃ強い武器を作って待っててくれた時はご飯を作ってもらってた時も嬉しかったですね。たまにそういう時がちょっとあったりします。しかもレベルに合わせてちゃんと作ってくれる。
あー
次ここに来るだろうっていうところをちゃんと計算してるって
はいいう
ところが
はいはいはい。
ちょっとキュンってなっちゃったんですよ。
内助の功としてじゃあそろそろこのレベルに来るからこの
先回りしてくれて
武器防具作っておけば
はい
渡せるなと。
そうですねはい。
ちなみにそれに到達し
God, I'm hearing flow, and now I'm just like, and like, oh,
いやでもやっぱりそれは
no,
なんか
I just want to like
自分でやってる
fucking
うちに
play
ちゃんと
Endwalker
上がって
again.
いくというかレベルもちゃんと上がってくるし、でもクエストが全然追いついていかないので、私寄り道ばっかりしてるので、
いやいいじゃないですか。
If you haven't never watched our lyrical lore on Flow, you absolutely should, because I will tell you, understanding the lyrics of that song and understanding what that song means makes it hit so much
一番
harder.
イライラするみたいです。
I just noticed ancient mats on Yoshi's jacket. Yeah, Hydaelyn knows. I noticed that too. If you look on his left side.
奥様まだちょっとお会いしてはおりませんが、ぜひ
Still doing well compared to EA. Yeah, fair. Low bar though.
まあ結構ね。
Difficult to end. Yoshi-P, so any interesting episodes when playing 14 with your wife? Here, when I get home, she'd have weapon and gear appropriate for my level where she expects us to go and to get ready, and I really love that. But she sometimes pushes me to progress faster.
社長こっち朗読会に呼ぼうっていう人もいる。
Indeed, Yukio. I wish I could wipe my memory and play 14 again. I'm so bad at replaying games. Yeah, I feel that, Jade.
そろなんか言っておきたいことってあります？まあムロシから聞いてもら
You
う。
should be. Chat wants us to invite you to the next patch note reading. Only if we fucking read the notes.
でもぜひぜひ。
Your mom is dead and she loved you very much. Song or flow. Not gonna cry.
はい。
I mean, your mom. Yeah, you look to overgeneralize and to simplify. You're not
ぜ
wrong.
ひですね、松田さんの青魔同士に負けないような。
Ray Ray, thank you very much. Yes, the link to the flow
皆さん
song,
良ければ
to the lyrical lore
したいなと
flow.
思ってますんで、
まさかの志願タイプ。
その時はぜひ温かく。
Okay, Foxconn. Anything else you want to say
僕
to
やらな
everyone?
くてよくなる？心情目だから。
待って待って、それはそれ。
うん？
すみません、声ちっちゃかった。それはそれよ。
I love Charlie and Night theme. Yeah, you were Brimith, and you were Brimith actually I think is Day. But yeah. Love the Charlie. Yeah, simple guitar, just playing the tune is so relaxing. Yeah,
そうね。
I love both.
意外と
Tomorrow still hits me harder. I mean, that's it just depends on the emotion. For me, flow, it's not even a contest, but that's because of like personal reasons. Feel more personal. Yeah, exactly. Feel more personal for some reason. And whereas for me, the flow feels more personal for my specific life reasons. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Tomorrow. Tomorrow makes me cry. I adore it. If you know, for a long time it was like fucking up there, and then you know, Endwalker came out. And if you never watched End Talkers, I've talked about why that hits so hard. But it's gonna just depend person to person. Even amongst our moderation crew, it's pretty split.
もしかしたら知られちゃうかもしれないんで、言っちゃいけないので言わないです。
Our moderation and development crew.
さっきのデータセンターみたいなことはないんだ。
Closing the distance is what hits me hard because it's very personal. Yeah, closing the distance is absolutely closing the distance was hit me way harder than flow the first time around, but in subsequent replays, flows caught up to closing the distance. But closing the distance is number in terms of emotional impact. Oof. We also did a lyrical lore on closing the distance if you haven't watched it.
まあ
Okay. Kiryu says, I will definitely try to trump Matsuda-san's blue cosplay one day. Please be gentle. They hit on, they touch on two different things, right? Yeah, I was going through a deep depression when I played Endwalker, so flow will always hit me hard personally. Yeah, it's just, it depends on where you are in your life. It depends on what themes hit you the hardest. It's trying to compare them directly, like, oh, this one's better, that one's better, is I think a lesson in futility. It's just an exercise in futility. It's just about, you know, they're both phenomenal, right? We can all agree about that. I still love Dragon Song. Dragon Song is amazing. Remember the rain near and far below. Each drop is a blessing from heavens above. Oh, I have long waited patiently all this time. So I can't really fathom the Endwalker managed already to be better than that. Well, as compared to the epic scale of many more recent tracks, my fave still remains Fiend. I had my best tanking moment fights. Yeah, it's so funny, Heartless. Good to see you, glad to have you. A lot of people really love Fiend. I have to admit, it's not one that has ever, like, resonated with me very hard, but I know I have many close friends and people in my life who feel that same way about Fiend, so I know you're not alone. And Amsters make me so emotional. Yeah, Kindle, definitely. Plays the Mikote. I mean, it's a safe bet. Clara, good to see, glad to have you. He's 47 years old. Japanese, man, they age well. He's literally like 3 years younger than Yoshi-P. Now, the Lander actually played Fiend. Yeah. Oh, Sono, I wouldn't say you're alone. I think there's some other people. For a long time, that was true for me. It was only in with Shadowbringers and Endwalker that's changed. So, like, I definitely don't think you're alone there. Reggie, good to glad to have you. Close to this has actual meaning to me. It was that big, yeah. Papaya. Jade, that is a you song with you energy all the way. I don't think Scream is the hardest hitting song, but it's probably the song that is the biggest vibe for me. It is a good vibe. Yeah. Lyrical lore for Papaya when? You know it's a pen? Pineapple pen? There you go. Kira, good to glad to have you. Anything interesting stuff you have? Absolutely nothing. Not even a little bit of smidget of interesting stuff to go. Okay. As real life myself, I'm really looking forward to being part of the team and following the game's development. My personal character is a cat. You can't say that! Yoshi-P tried to stop him from saying what his personal character is, but I think you might be right about it, Mikote. We will have a warm goodbye from Matsuda-san at the FanFest Tokyo, and we'll be able to ask things that he can finally answer when he's not CEO anymore. Now, on to the usual producer live letters. So finally we're going. Lemmer, good to see you, glad to have you. Yeah, not A3. Yep, definitely. Scream is the hardest. Yeah, Scream is fucking. It's a bop. I really have fallen in love with Forged in Crimson. If you haven't ever checked into that, we did a lyrical lore on it. Highly recommend you check that out. One on Scream as well. Ages 10 years every time 14 expansion hits top sells. Yeah, you're right, Infinite. Etho, good to see you, glad to have you. You on Twitch too? No, we are just on YouTube. Well, technically, we do have a channel on Twitch. We just use it for non-14 stuff. Like when we do drunk streams or things like that. Before we start the producer live letter, Foxconn says, you seem very busy lately. Yoshi-P says, yes, second week of the producer check for patch 6.4. Yes, Jackson, the new trial does have understandable lyrics, and if you want to know what they are, go check out our lyrical lore on it, where I explain them and break them down. Jade. You absolute loon. If I was going through Endwalker while taking care of it. Yeah, definitely Raiji. Okay. Foxon says, you're on the road a lot lately. Yoshi-P says, yeah, the FF16 producer is a very busy person. You fucking troll. We still have patch, 6.38, so we'll start with that. What's to come? Releasing Tuesday, April 4th. So this Tuesday. Pandemonium Business Savage weekly restriction removed. Dope. They really should make it earlier. They really gotta make it earlier. PvP action adjustments, yes! Cruising Conflict Season 6 begins. Sweet. And a data center hardware replacement. Yes. Dude, the current state of PvP has been... Samurais just are ridiculous. Jade. Akio, good to see you, glad to have you. Yeah, no worries, Akio. So because there's 2 live letters before each patch. This one is usually a little bit lighter. It alludes to some of the things, but we usually don't get the trailer, and it's not going to be as much. It's going to be what's in 6.4, but not all of it, and it's not going to be as heavy duty as we get closer to 6. The live letter that'll come right before it. I'm not excited for 24 hours without FF during maintenance. Well, if only there was a YouTube channel where you could watch 24 hours worth of content. We do have well over 100 videos, just saying. Yeah, no worries, Akio. Still waiting for the free trial PvP to come back, promised since 2021. Oh, interesting. Wait, are you still on free trial? In the teams of Dark and PvP, they're awful in Chaos. Oh, see, that sounds bad, but like, when one man can fuck up an entire team, it's a problem. And multi-stuns in PvP. Yeah, that's just, frankly, that's just a frontline Zerg issue. I don't know if anyone can sing the lyrics to Fortune Crimson that fast unless they train or practice. I have gotten decent at parts of it, not all of it. Monk's Scar, what is the Dark Knight as a villain? I don't know. Okay. Weekly Savage, yeah, no, nothing new or interesting said. I want party queue and unranked. I really don't, because then I would never play unranked again, solo. And I probably wouldn't have time to play, it wouldn't be able to play in groups. But I understand, I can't, I can't be like, oh, it's just bad, why would you ever want to do that? Like, no, there's plenty of good reasons to be able to queue with friends, yeah. Definitely AC. Oh, samurais are way worse than Dark Knights. Dark Knights are, you can deal with Dark Knights. Dark Knights are not that hard to deal with if you they're only a problem if you have a whole bunch of them, but if you have a whole bunch of anything, it can be a problem. Samurais are way worse because you can literally, they can just kill you and everyone around you and either prevent you from attacking them, or you either have to attack them and die, or not attack them and let them get away. And they have crazy mitigation. They're fucking... I'm so tired of fucking Dark Knights. Or of Samurai. Yeah, exactly, Michael. And that's not like, and that's not really, that's just a hope and a prayer. I was at, Yoshi-P says, I was at PAX, and that was the first time meeting some of the NA fans since 2018. There was someone bringing Makura of a character, Dakimakuru. I don't know what that is. Of a character to the event. I wanted to pretend that I didn't see it. Of Graha, apparently. Oh, I think that's probably a body pillow. Yep, someone brought a body pillow of Graha to PAX, and Yoshi-P saw it. The opposite team when sinking queue is I feel bad when I just stop. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely know what you mean, Jade. I probably could sing Crimson decently, yeah. Who decided to give Sam literal Zen test was a good idea. Yeah. The Dark Throne. Wait, those kanji though, that's Throne of the Dark One? The Dark... That's interesting. Those kanji are not... don't line up perfectly. I need to go check those later. That it's a good name though. Golbez. I mean, presumably AC. Although it could also be referring to Pandemonium. I mean, they could still be. I mean, they've had both the past 2 names have referred to both the MSQ and the either Alliance raid or the thing, or the raid. New main scenario quest, guys. I don't know if you know this, but with the patch, there's coming some new main scenario quests. Surprising. Yeah. Make me interpret as the Throne of Man in Black. Yeah, Throne of the Dark One. I would say like Throne of the Dark One might be one way to read it. Swear if I have to kill Ajay, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. Yes! More crying Aaronville! Give me more crying in Aaronville. We're entering the second half of the 6.x of the exploit cycle, which means the next big thing is almost around the corner. Yeah, exactly, AC. It would be fitting. There's... 0! Interesting. That looks like the void, but there's also crystal energy, but that also could be a couple things. That could also be due to, I mean, think about like the Cloud of Darkness's realm still had some crystals as well. So that, or it could be somewhere like in Lapis Manalis still, based on the coloring. Looks pretty there, yeah. Doesn't look like Lapis. Yeah, it doesn't look like Lapis Manalis. Doesn't look like the flames. It doesn't. The crystals there were a different type of azure. I don't think it is, but. Also, if you have not read Aaronville's most recent story, we did an audio recording of it as well as a visual thing to like show it off. So they're. Oh, hey, we called it. We're lit. But is it gonna be Baja 2? That's the question. That looks like garlic mold. HCS go for the ethereal sea? I don't think so. It's usually not what it looks like. But maybe. It's North Oathard. Where does Satar lead you to this time, and who will you encounter? Here's a screenshot. Memory! Good to see you, glad to have ya. But will we get Baja 2? Or, as Merlowib, the one time we get it voiced that I can think of in 5.4, it might be during the Elsabardian contingent as well. They do technically say Bozia, not Baja. So I may start switching to saying Bozia. Hey, somehow further Hildebrand! Dude, PS1 Hildebrand's still around! It just is straight up PlayStation 1 Hildebrand. Bandu's Jade. Such financial devastation. Poo poo. Jade. Of course you're sticking your nose up at it. I want that alien as a plush super badly. That could be that would be a pretty easy plush to make. Graphics updates doing wonders for Hildy. Brandy Hild. Low poly Hildy is cursed. Truly, in the most wonderful ways. The proper content for that shit. It's just Virtua Fighter Hildebrand. The Pikmin. Exactly. Thank you, Ray Ray. If you enjoy the stream and aren't a member of our Discord, why not join us at https://discord.gg/Eorzean archives. I've seen some of the reaction videos people recorded for the 6.3 Hildebrand, says Yoshi-P. Oh, well, Heartless, maybe we'll see something like that with FanFest. I know they restocked some other stuff somewhat recently, so. Oh, do they have a screenshot? Oh, no, just the story. I was hoping that they might show us one of them.
まあでもそうですね。全てを語ってる感じはあります。
See, the thing is, Heartless, is people say that, but they've done a memes a couple times. I'm trying to remember what the last time they did it was, but they made like merchandise of a meme. Sometimes they've done that, and every time they didn't actually sell. And so the problem is that they literally had to like consider, like sometimes you're like, why did they choose to make these? They're such a boring option. But the thing is, they always just choose the things that actually do sell. I'm trying to remember, there's a good example Yoshi-P gave in the past of like things that they've tried, like funny joke things they've tried that just people didn't take. They did line stickers, yeah, of them. Super worth doing, Helios.
ちょっとわけがわからないよね。
はい。
Okay, on the first. Oh, right. I guess that makes
さ
sense.
どう
To...
したか二ページ
I was about, my brain like confused that with Hildebrand for a second. I was like, wait, what?
ね。
俺とさ2ページ進んでもらっていい？
I do love the idea. Like, I
絶対構造合わせたでしょこれ。
wonder, are they split reflections of each other, or is this just the world playing out in odd
新旧
ways?
じゃなくね、共造世界でこう響き合うみたいな。
There, but just can't blame them on that. Yeah.
大体がねこの
Well, and also just even like a basic recouping across. No tomes. Yeah, for you, Jade, and for you alone, I well, not you alone, but for you, I hope it is not just tomes
まあ
again.
世界のね。
I hope that they
そういう
love it as a minion. Yeah, that would be a hilarious minion, Sono.
ございます。
あったんですが、
うん。
これはっていう
何がね。
I have that mount.
から
はい
Do you get that one from doing the world boss for Shadowbringers and
ということで
Calusia?
それもご期待ください。
Is that where it comes from?
はい。
I'm trying to remember.
では続いて参りましょう。
はい
でこちら。
Grenold and Moen might get a happy ending. Their counterparts couldn't, maybe. I'm hopeful, AC. Hope springs eternal.
新たなインスタンスダンジョンです。
Big fate.
名
Yeah.
前はこちら。
Thanks, Big. Good to see you. Glad to have you.
精霊
Yeah, world boss, robot, Shadowbringers. Yeah,
あ
okay.
ですね精霊
ハー
関係
ムと
Yeah. Yeah. The world boss up in Calusia.
エーテルって書いてある。
書いてますね。イーサーフロント。イーサーフォント。なんでしょ
It's like Fate and others, Godzilla Fate boss. Yeah, the one that they also use for the role quest, corrupted Sahagan mother.
おお。白熊。
Ooh, this is
う。
pretty.
そうですね
New dungeon, the Aether font.
これ
Wait. Oh, yeah, this must be in Charlian. So this must be on some of the isles of some of the northern isles north in the northern part of the archipelago, because that's Charlian architecture here.
MMORPG っていうと、
はい
白熊っていう
わかる。
漢字がある
But
んですよ。
where is the Aether font coming out of,
あるんですよ
and
実は
why?
これ
Is it just an etheric geyser?
まあウルティマオンラインからだとは思うんですけど、
白くもいますね。
EQ でも
More Charlian stuff is good, yeah.
そうなんで
It's interesting that it's
でも
here.
ね、多分ね、古くから MMO やってる人はね、
Such a potent source of Aether. Why wouldn't
なん
it?
だと思うんですよ。
Maybe it's new. Also, the idea, introducing the idea of Aether fonts might be important, or maybe that's even like one of the northernmost ports. Like
ね
maybe it's supposed to be like the North Pole, and there's a South Pole, and the South Pole is in Mericidia, and that's part like that's 2 points of it. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's an ethereal geyser of some sort, but it'd be weird that that phenomenon doesn't exist elsewhere that we know of.
だからクマ、多分動物界ではクマそういうキャラで登場するじゃないですか。
はいはい
まずクマが。
はいはいはい。
で、クマの色替えで白クマ。
Well, to be fair, Brian, we don't know for sure that it's Charlian proper. It could just be any other part of the archipelago.
いると目立つから。
Because remember that Charlian's just one of the 4 main islands, plus all the other smaller islands.
そうなんですよ。
I don't know why, but when I hear MMORPG, I do think of polar bears. Maybe it's because of the Ultima Online, says Yoshi-P, which he famously played a lot in Ultima
止めてる
Online.
はずの
Could it be under Dravania?
姿を消したまま足止めを外したりとか。
そうそうそう。
I mean, that would be weird. Especially this, like, had this far north with polar bears, and from what we hear about them, I would imagine it wouldn't even be in the Blood Brine. You'd be looking in the northern
い
empty.
るんですよね。まあ
So, yes, but I don't think so.
はい。
Like, I understand what you mean about with the hinterlands, right? But, like, also north of the hinterlands is the far reach. And also this kind of architecture we see more with old Charlian. We don't see it with new Charlian. Like, specifically some of these accents and...
ぜひ楽しみにしていただければと思います。
Foxhound, when you pay attention, some of these polar bears are sitting in the back look cute. Yoshi-P, this dungeon has a good tempo to it.
なかなか。
But there's mountains here. Maybe it is.
これはどんな。
シャーレアンか。
With mountains like that, falls like that, maybe it is in the
この
hinterlands.
建物は何のための建物なのかがですね。
うん。
気になります。
まあ結構ね。
Although the islands of the archipelago are also pretty mountainous, so the blue aether could be ice aspected, yeah, definitely, and messing with the natural environment. It would also go to explain Zero where Zero was with the blue crystalline structures.
もちろんございますね。
Backdrop does look the same as Dravanian hinterlands. Yeah, it's hard to say because the mountains of Charlian, there are mountains in Charlians as well, so again, the islands are big. Oh.
堂々と出てまいりましたね。
私である。
Sorry, give me a second. I just want to go back. Yeah, new trial. The new trial is
放滅戦そして極オルベーザ
new trial is the Voidcast Deus. Okay, we're fighting Golbez guys
どう
already.
なってしまうのかという。
The X is gonna be so raw. Yeah, I'm Jade. I'm hyped
増
too.
えたような気がしないでもない。
You gotta let me do that week 1 with you. I mean, obviously I'm gonna get first dibs on you, but like I definitely want to try to get that. Get a clear week 1. Golbez Dragon, yeah. Golbez looks like a chess piece, yeah. Seems like Golbez will be the final boss before the expansion. Yeah, it could be the island between the Charlie and Dravania. Yeah, but there's not a lot there, and you're still, unless you're talking about still in the archipelago. No, it can't be that easy. No, I mean, 1, just because we fight him now does not mean we don't fight him later in some other thing, but also it just means that he's the first step to a much larger conflict. You know? Golbez helmet. Waited too long. Golbez! Yeah, y'all hyped. Can't wait for a new banger. Yeah, the music's gonna be hype. Yoshi-P says, expect a tough fight. Which... Music! Good to see you, glad to have you. Watch Golbez being... That doesn't even make sense! He's been around for 10,000 years! I'm gonna do it as soon as I'm done with the MSQ and gonna unlock it. Yeah, same, Jade. New Unreal Trial. Zervan? Right? I mean, that would make sense. We did Sephiroth and Sophia, so Zervan. Yep. Rubicante was too easy. Only if people can do limit cut. Otherwise, I don't think he was too easy. I've watched a lot of people struggle with him. Depends on the nature of his existence and also whether or not he dissipates while being on the moon. And any other number of things. But yeah, since he can't die on 13th, he may come back in a more monstrous form. Or something. Or he may unleash, break the, you know, the walls between realms. And that's what we have to deal with. Resume this time. Yeah. I want to be as good as Barbaricia, which is one of my all-time favorite normal extremes. Yeah. I think the PF decided on the northwest. He's so much easier. Wait, northeast, northwest? For the tether or for the standing? Zervan is one of the Yoshi-P says the extreme that we released later on in this expansion usually have less clears than the early ones, so people might only have done it once or not at all, and don't remember the fight that well. Zervan is one of those. Chat like the music. We had some special Unreal rewards as well. New raid, the Pandemonium final tier. Pandemonium Anabasios. And Anabasios Savage. Anabasios. I don't know what that. I mean, Abyssos, all the other references. Anabasios. Anabasios. March from the Coast Interior is the younger Cyrus is the most famous work of the ancient Greece professor, soldier, and writer Xenophon. It gives an account of the expedition of the 10,000, an army of Greek mercenaries hired by Cyrus the Younger to help him seize the throne of Persia from his brother. I'm sure there's like a bunch of extra meanings in there. You can just move in a circle. Oh, okay. Yeah. That does sound nice, Jade. Savage will be delayed by a week. The previous tier was a bit difficult, especially with the adjustments. Oh, yes! That's got some world tree feeling going on. Yoshi-P says, I can't really say much about this, but we have a screenshot. That is pretty. We need some pretty. We've had a lot of gross these past few fights. Honestly, these past 8 fights, we've had a lot of gross. Don't get me wrong, I love the gross, but we do need some pretty. Yoshi-P says it looks kind of like a Kamen Rider bad guy. I doubt it's a senior. Yeah, this dude looks dangerous. Could be from Kamen Rider. Shadowbringers 2, Electric Boogaloo. I wouldn't think so. No, because we're the Cecil. It's not Golbez doing that. We switched from Shadowbringers Dark Knight to Paladin for Endwalker. That's like the allusion to Cecil. The Warrior of Light is. It's literally Orphanok from Kamen Rider's phase. Yeah, Infinite. They said the people who know will know. You were one of the people. Danny, good to see you. Glad to have you. Did I miss something? You've missed quite a bit, but some good stuff. Got some good information. I think that is Athena or Pandemonium potentially. Pandemonium. I don't think it's Athena, but it would make sense. I thought it might be, but then they've been. I don't know. It would make sense. Shameless self-ad for. Rewards will be shown in the next producer live letter, so they haven't shown the weapons yet. Hey! Mount Rokon. Rokon. Okay. Mount Rokon. I don't know that name off the top of my head. Where, though? 3 levels of difficulty, normal, Criterion, Criterion, Savage. Please, 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 please be an Ogamoro. Please be a Mo. Completion of the Silty subterranean not required for unlock. Cool. Come on. Give me some fucking lore, man! It definitely sounds like it could be an Othardian location. Is it an Othardian? It definitely sounds Othardian, but we just don't know. Oh shit, we find an... Oh. Imagine P9 through 11 bosses are Lidibus, Lahabre, and Old Lahabre, and then P12's Athena. That'd be cool. I was hoping for Eorzea to start with, but I will gladly take any and all. Yep, Othard. You guys called it. We called it. Fuck yeah. Discussing how the way the name Red isn't straightforward in Japanese. Yeah, they're talking about the name in Japanese, kind of have the names like a little bit weirder than you think. Sarah, good to glad to have you. Oh, I see they played Sekiro. Now, I obviously know that Sekiro is just based off of like a lot. I realize that was a joke. It's very interesting imagery though, and also not having a lot of emphasis on geomancy. If it's Domen, which it's either Domen or Hingen, but if it's Hingen, that would be really interesting. Has a very Japanese feeling to it, yeah. But is it Hingen or is it Domen? It looks Hingen. Ah, they didn't say duty support for Stormblood. Soon, duty support and trust will have completed everything. So you'll be able to play all of the main MSQ stuff with solo. Does Othard have a tea ceremony we have to do? As a tea ceremony that we have to do? No. We still can't do trial solo. True, yes. For now. For now. Siren Song, bottom out. Yeah, split up just like they did in the past. Alamigo. Yep. Finally completing the 4.0 dungeons, and then we only have 4.x MSQ dungeons left, which will be during 6.5. I refuse to grind a tank through Duty Finder, only support. I love playing tank, so I'm a tank main. Good, play DPS. Fill my Qs for me. I am betting one of the duty support DPS in metal would be Sirena. Yeah, it would explain how she is allowed to persevere in the Nadam. Yeah, that makes sense. Looks like there's other members of the of her tribe. Of the mole. I mean, because the thing is, we knew Gosetsu and Hien were already in it, right? So, like, it... Oh, this is interesting, because it seems like the mole character is the healer, so which one of us is the tank? I mean, clearly we're not the tank. I don't think Hien's the tank. Is Gosetsu the tank? Fucking samurai tank? God, I love Gosetsu. Sirena is an angel. True. Fused to Duty Finder. Gosetsu, I miss him so much. Red Mage, have you done the Endwalker range DPS role quest? Because if not, go do that. That's all I'll say. New job, Blue Sam. Foxconn. Left, right, and right look too strong, and the Warrior of Light in the middle looks kind of cute. Gosetsu, the best male character in Stormblood. I'd support that. Honestly, I might support him as best character in Stormblood. Still a lot of people who think Sam should have been tank and dark DPS.
やってるわけ
I mean, dark DPS, sure, you can make an argument for. Tank? Sam is tank? I mean, like, look, I'm sure they have cogent arguments about it, but I ain't on that board. I ain't on that train. I have not. Yeah, Red Mage, go do the ranged physical Endwalker role quest. That's all I'll say.
ちょっとね、
ちょっとこう緊張感あります。
あるよね。ちょっと
Wait, don't do. Oh, wait, they didn't.
ありますよね。
They didn't say anything about changing it yet.
なので、ぜひですね。
はい。
ちょっと
It looks like it's the same so far. I hope they didn't change it because I love that it was Mario Party for a little bit
や
there.
ってみてください。
はい、ありがとうございます。
はい。では続いて次のブロック参りましょう。こ
はい
ちらです。どうぞ。
はい、こちらはですね、引き続き 6.4 で
Hey, job adjustments. Come on, give me a buff. Give him just a little buff. The smidgen of a buff. Come on, just a taste for the paladin.
まあどんなことをやるかというのはまた次回のそうですね2でしていければと思います。はい。はい。
では続いて
They said yes, you will still have to do the mechanics. I will only tell you. So looks like the mechanics are the same. Yoshi-P says I will only tell you that there will be job adjustments. Okay, they didn't tell us what they will be, but there will be job adjustments.
はい。
そして
PvP Series 4 begins. Season 7 of Crystalline Conflict.
まあ6がね。
So remember, you got 6 weeks to finish up your PvP reward track.
7になります。
If you want to get that armor, get it now.
でさらに、PVP コンテンツの調整がありますが、次行ってください。
Thank you, Ray Ray.
大変お待たせしました。
You will now have to fill out spreadsheets with the rotation to input actions.
スタートさせていきます。
はい。
まずこちら。
So basically, you just want to say Paladin is now playing EVE Online.
残り時間っていうのを、まあ今
New UI element displaying the match time and score. Cool.
UI にしてより遊びやすくしていこうと。
Yeah, the old one is kind of like it works well, but it's like it
どうしてもね今ジョブが
could be a lot more efficient. Fields of Glory shatters rules adjusted. Okay.
代表戦のですねルールの調整
Do tell, do
という
tell.
のを
And what if, just hear me out, what if you guys made
非常
a
に今
roulette
出ないと外れだ
for
と
rival
言われてしまっている
Please.
制圧戦に関しては
Please.
ちょっと一時封鎖を
Borderland
して
runes temporarily
リニューアル
unavailable?
していこうと
Oh, there looks like they're reconfiguring the frontline
これをしっかり
maps.
やりつつ、
はい
また新しいマップと新しいルールへ、進んでいこうかなと思っておりますので
なるほどなるほ
Machines will get a 10% potency increase.
次回パート2の方で
The armor is great, but needs the capes removed. Needs the cape removing.
ど。はい。
It's so funny. Usually I'm all about I need more capes, but yeah, no, I wish there were more options to be able to like switch them on and off for people who didn't want them.
こちらは 6.4
Blue Mage
こち
updates!
らですね
Finally, coming in 6.45.
はい。
For those who are all about the blue, your time is now. Your place is
最高
here.
一番大概こう握手からスタートするんですけど、それと同時に青まだ欲しいって言われてPLL を待ってねって
なるほど。
言ったのでお約束
お待たせしました
通り、パッチ 6.45 でですね青窓推しのアップデートを行います。まずはですねレベル上限解放が、行われます。
Oh, yep. They're doing the level. Yep.
となります。
Heard him say it right as they.
当然ですがそうなると新たな青魔法を、専用装備というのが
New spells and Blue Mage exclusive gear added.
もちろん
Level cap is raised. It's new enemies added to the Masked Carnival. Guys, you're gonna eat good for a little bit. Level 90 and 6.55. No, they wouldn't be. You wouldn't get to level 90 until 7.0 and 7.x. Ooh, that's a. I want to say that's a good look, but that's also a pimp look. They just fucking made the Warrior of Light a pimp.
まあ一個だけなんかラーニング
Because Hydaelyn, they're only ever gonna be. It's never gonna be matched with current level. So we'd have to have 100 before they add blue to level 90.
強そう。
ねどっか
Yeah, Jade.
見ました。
Yep.
いいです。
Pimp of Light, Pimp Mage, yep.
映えます。
The weapon looks superb. Yeah, the outfit better be dyeable. Oh, it will be.
俺ね
皆さん
Oh, dude, you can learn Innocence's thing. Oh, that's gonna be so
い
pretty.
いじゃないですかいいじゃないですかそれだけ親しまれてるゲーム会社の社長なかなかいないですよ。
One screenshot that makes it look like they're learning a new spell.
どんな
Yeah.
効果なのか。
いや、いいな。
Dude, we're gonna have to run some blue events.
まあ 6.45 そういう意味ではね、結構また大きなアップデートが。
Foxon, can you stop calling him CEO the moment you see blue chat?
ようにもあります。ぜひ。はい。
Learning Shadow Rage from yeah. Can't wait to do E8S on blue. You lunatic.
いうところで、一旦ここで時間的には休憩に行っとくのがいいかなという気がしておりますよ。ね。
はい。
区切りが良さそうなので、
はい。
ここで一旦休憩かなと思います。
Okay, you're gonna take a small break.
本日のお待ちかね
Is that all for today? No. We're just getting a 5-10 minute break, and then we're gonna be going right back to
今日は
it.
ですね、お待ちしました。頑張りました。先日ありましたね。オケコン素晴らしかったオーケストラコンサートが
Blue dabba dee dabba die,
東
indeed.
京でねやったやつ
Didn't expect blue. Well, we knew blue was coming. They had told us we were gonna get blue. It was just a question of when. 0.4 or 0.5 were the likely bets. So.
思い出動画って
Damn, good to glad to have you. Damn, gonna be eating good as blue. Yeah.
何
If you have not been doing blue up to now, it's very quick to level, and you should start your journey. You've got 6 weeks to like catch up.
うん
Video during the break will be a short video from the orchestra concert in Japan from
ほう
December.
はいはい
の
はい
They usually announce merch during these, right? Any chance the encyclopedia news? Chance? Yes. Likely? I can't imagine. But chance? Absolutely.
はい
Um,
はい
さらに
at current pace,
はい
本邦初公開
the fact that we saw the outside means that.
BD の中から1曲
はい
I mean, my rosy outlook is imagining that they would sell it at start selling it at FanFest. I don't know how likely that is, but that's the dream.
後
Did I miss the glams? You missed the blue glam.
我々の仲間である韓国運営チームがですね
Have you ever wanted to be a pimp Yu-Gi-Oh? Because now you
ちょっ
can.
と話題になった
はいはい
Like even more than the blue mage already let
は
you
い
be.
はい
制作されたのを
はい
これよかったら
Music video. Oh, and they have a official music video for Close in the Distance they're gonna play.
字幕付き
そう
はいはい
なのでそちらも合わせてご覧いただきたい
なるほど
ということで都合4本の動画を、
休憩
続けてご覧いただきますね。休憩は今から
はい
Lunch regulars are going to have a field day with the blue gear.
15分ぐらいまで
Shocking no one.
15分休
I
憩
mean, you saw how they took the
さ
Tomberry.
せていただいて動画が、
うん
11分14秒
おおなんと
Okay, got about 11 minutes.
なんと3分
しっかり休めそうでしょ。
うんうん3分半以上休める
いやよかった。最近ちょっと私も計算できるようになってきました。
おおなるほど
はい。ということで
So there will be a pimp plan for the 1920 gangster glams.
動画を楽しみつつ一旦休憩
Yeah, you know, they did release those noir ass glams, didn't they, for Criterion?
どうぞ
Okay. So we got about 10 minutes. Oh, dude, if they did an orchestrational version of Close in the Distance, I'm gonna fucking... Oh, there's the flowers. I mean, it's not Close in the Distance, it's of Endless Stars, which, if you don't know, the final dungeon of Endwalker is called, Dead Ends. But the main theme for it is the Dead Ends is the name of the dungeon, but the main theme of it is of Countless Stars. So together it is the Dead Ends of Countless Stars. Rampant baseless class X speculation. Chemist, Geomancer, Blitzballer. I mean, look, it's gonna be a caster. I can promise you we're gonna get a caster. That is one thing I will be comfortable saying I will promise. The question is, if we get a second job, is it going to be a ranged DPS or is it going to be a scouting melee? And I would personally think it's going to be a scout or a ranged DPS, but I think it just depends on what they want to do. I want Geomancer because I want to sleep wear artifact armor. Definitely going to be a dot mage for sure. Yep, definitely, Jade. Yeah, to me, my safe pace is caster fizz range, but I definitely, no question we're getting a caster. The last time we got a caster was Red Mage with Stormblood, and we only have 3. The last time we got a ranged DPS was Dancer and Shadowbringers, which is why I'm less concerned about that. But it's we've had melee DPS. We've had everyone got Albus flowers. Oh, I wonder if so, I'm hoping that happens at FanFest. That's hopeful and painful at the same time. I mean, that's hope. Life is painful. I guess, like, the melancholy of life is a part of the experience, right? So, like, that pain... I feel like there's a difference between pain without meaning and the pain that is the acknowledgement of the, like, losses and struggles. Which is what, you know, Endwalker and 14 broadly is about. I think of Geomancer as Weapon Master, fearing from Dissidia, maybe a magical tank. No. Definitely caster, especially within the lore of 14, and also if you're looking at like Final Fantasy 3 and a lot of the inspirations for the devs, I would definitely look as a range caster for sure. I stopped playing. I'm here gonna watch from the beginning and skip, but I can't wait to see what we got. Sounds good, Hydra. Good to see you. Glad to have you. When you catch up, good to see you. We need a new caster so bad, and love Red Mage won't play it to death, yeah. But it would be nice to have another, yeah. We definitely, in my opinion, for the balance, it's always better to have 4 of each, because it means that they can do split things like they did for... Good shit! Oh, God. Was that end color with a choir with lyrics? Yes. After all, some are freed up for both sides. Yeah. Speculation for 7.0 last time I had 2 jobs. It'll be Geomancer, it'll be Dotcaster, and... I would... Seeing as they repeatedly have stated their distaste for dot casting, I would... And just got rid of the last Dotcaster, I'd be less likely to think so. But maybe. I'd take it. And definitely not Beastmaster with pets. So Beastmaster, if anything, would be a limited job, and they hate pets, like from a design standpoint. So I don't know if you troll. Patrick, good to see you, glad to have you. Sorry, guys. I can't not with that song. It's... Woo! Yeah, if you haven't checked out our lyrical lores, highly recommend you do. Oh, my emotions! Oh, God. Okay. They can't play me like that. Oh, hello. Wait. Please tell me it's official anime. I can dream. It's not, but I can dream. They really should just do an official anime adaptation. They really just should. LXXVI. Man, I wish that's how smithing works. You don't have fucking passage of arms for fighting Bahamut. What sort of unsinking bullshit is this? They really just need to hurry up and make an official 14 anime adaptation. They'd get so many more people in. Honestly, it's kind of shocking there hasn't been an anime adaptation of all the games. Yeah, triple triad! UCOB. Oh, fair. Jade, you're right. That's my bad. You're right. Maybe it's UCOB. Yeah. Meteor did the unsync for a friend. Notice the anime Warrior of Light looks like less at least like he's in game self. Yeah. Do you remember Final Fantasy Unlimited? No, I don't. This ad has been out for a while, and it hurts that it's not an anime. Yeah. There's also the Japanese anime one with the girl and the guy, and so it always makes me want to make another alt to start over. Now the Koreans are playing 14. Yeah. Official anime so people can relive the story from 1.0 without needing to think of horror of 1.0. Yeah, pretty much prior in it. This is one of the things I've been pitching for a long time. Cataclysmic, good to see you, glad to have ya. Hrothgar, make it rip. Dakey, good to see you, glad to have ya. Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Yeah, I did know. I saw that in the theaters. That's what I did. I'm gonna make sure to create some blue events and some stuff. Sam actually liked it. I need to rewatch it to have like any kind of like judgment of it. You aren't the only one. No, caught up. Sorry, his no friend broth yet. They're coming. About a year from now. Final Fantasy 14 Brotherhood was a good anime. Yes, but the problem is that requiring you to watch Brotherhood in order to make full sense of character motivations in 15 was it's insane. So while it could be by itself could be good, it is a hamper. It hampers and is detriments to 15. Question, is the new variant dungeon a Doman one? Yes. Well, we don't know if it's Doman or Hingen. We just know it's Othardian. What kind of lore would it give in theory? It would depend if it's Doman or Hingen, which would vary wildly. But that name, Roncon, I'd have to look at. He rings a bell somewhere in the back of my head. I love admin children. I love. I'm gonna scroll up. What was the mountain's name again? It was. Mount Rokon. Okay. That's ringing a name in the back of my head. Oh, they're coming back. Let me check the game text. Well, there's nothing in any of the quest text about a Rokon. So. And there's a mountain on Hingashi on the map. Yeah, I mean, but that we know that that is a different name. Here, I'll get the name for that. That mountain's named because it's basically the Mount Fuji. Eastern Geography. D. Daitenzan. Literally, Great Heaven Mountain. Daitenzan is the mountain. Lo-fi beats to beat up your Oracle friend too. Yeah, exactly. Did it just start? Yeah, Anonymous. So it started about 2 hours ago. Or no, an hour ago. They're on a 10-minute, 15-minute break right now. So they'll be coming back in a little bit here. So far, we found out about a new Criterion dungeon. We found out there are going to be PvP changes. We know that there's going to be some job changes. We don't know what in specific. We found out what the new next dungeon and the next trial are for 6.4. The fact that they revealed what the 6.4 trial means means that they've got some trick up their sleeve. Because Yoshi-P never reveals major elements or information unless it's misdirecting us to pay so much close attention to that. Ryan, good to see you. Glad to have you. What about books? That was unlimited in Legend of the Crystal. What PvP changes? We don't know. We just know there will be some. That's what was unlimited in Legend of the Crystals. My birthday at Encyclopedia is volume 200 is bed waiting for my birthday. Aw, that's adorable. Yeah, volume 1 and 2. I mean, hopefully we'll hear about volume 3 today. We can dream. Hope we don't kill any dragons. That may be somewhat unavoidable depending on the nature of some of the dragons of Mericidia. Depends on what Tiamat's been able to manage to get up to while during the past intervening amount of time since 5.x. Someone who's expecting Golbez, this just makes me very curious on what happens with the Aether font. Yeah. So new trials as the screen and spend about 5 seconds wondering if there were 2 trials, and then I realized they were either talking about normal or extreme. Or sometimes they'll usually when talking about trials, they'll treat a normal and an extreme as 2 separate trials. So sometimes they'll use plural when that's what they mean. Yeah. Me too, Yukio. Me too. Since 5.4 or 5.5. Yeah, specifically 5. 5 during post Pagglethon. This is the last time we saw her. Okay, here they are coming back.
はい、戻ってまいりました。
はい、戻りました。
第76回ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサーレターライブをお送りしております。本日は
Good idea, Infinite.
6.4コンテンツ特集パート1ということで、
はい
来たる5月下旬実装予定のパッチ6.4の、実装内容の項目をご紹介しております。
皆さん休憩ね、
はい。
思ったより長く。
思ったよりなかったよ。
思ったより
No, Quinn, we don't know that it's happening under a year. It's ambiguous. It's within a time bubble. Don't try to attribute a time to it. If you want a time, it's been less than 4 years. Is the only thing we can say pretty definitively.
いやでも
As of
本当に
now.
結婚思い出動画は見てなかったんで、私も見てから行きましたが、あんなの撮られてたんだよね。
実はね、いっぱい撮ってるんですね。
うん。
Yeah, Jade.
感激しましたよ。本当あれ久しぶりのリアルイベント。
We know the twins are 16 at the beginning of ARR, and we know that they're not 20 yet. So we know it's been less than 4 years.
あの圧巻のステージ4本ですから。
そうですよね。
いやーすごかった。まあもちろんね。
Okay, pulling back up the translations.
ここね、ファンフェスで。
Okay, longer break than usual. I also had enough time to smoke 2 cigarettes, says Yoshi-P. Yoshi, stop smoking. We need you to live a long life.
音楽も届けていきたい
ですね。
はい。で、おります。
準備を頑張りたいと思っております。
そうね。もう。
We'll also bring the orchestra concert to the NA and EU fan fests. Guys, if you're going to fan fests.
M ちゃんと日程の調整をしてたんです。もう。
You know, fair point, Bramblebeer. Fair point. People love door bosses, right? Yeah, definitely, Jade.
うん。A か B かまで追い込んでくれたらどっちかで決めるからもう。
Yoshi-P, I don't even want to think about my schedule this year, to be honest.
そうなんですよ。
Because he's got 16, he's got all the FanFest stuff, then he's got all the 7.0 plus 6.5 plus...
久しぶりだときつい。
Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy.
まあでも今年は本当半分ぐらいいない。
まあ現状そのペースですからね。でこれからもそうです。見えてるだけでもやばいっす。
Yoshi-P says jet lag is the real enemy here.
感じで10周年盛り上がって
10周年や。
盛り上がっていきましょう。じゃあ後半戦ですね。始めますか。
はい、よろしくお願いいたします。6.4 の実装項目の続きです。はい。はい。ではこちらスパワーポイントお願いします。ほい、オーシャンフィッシング。
Ocean fishing update. Interesting.
E3 なくなったから
Jet lag ultimate.
楽になったんじゃないのって書いてあったんですけど、そんなわけないんです。
そんなわけないですね。
E3、まあ僕らもね E3 出る出ない議論してて、ちょっとね難しいかもねみたいな。
I can't tell if you're excited, Jade, or just flabbergasted.
あ、そうなん。あ、そう来るんか。
あっちがなくならなんか
New ship. Oh, it'd be really cool if it was in the Northern Empty or the Blood Brine. Or in the Bounty. I mean, or the Sea of Ash. I mean, really anywhere, frankly, other than like the Strait of Merlthor and like the area around Vilbrand. Blood Brine is still kind of not that far away, but still. Yeah. But do they just have a new mount? Because if it doesn't have a new mount, I don't care.
あったんですよ。本当にこれはもう僕今年で何年？開発始めてから28年9年
Oh, hi, Deadpool.
とかになるのかな？
The boy is down here.
結構節目かなっていう感じは受けましたね。まあゲームにね馴染みのある皆さんもね結構やるよって言ってたんですけど。結局っていうのを見てね、結構節目
From Yamad and Ocean Bounty. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, 10.
そうですね。
うん。まあというわけでオーシャンフィッシングです。すいません。あちこち話が飛んで。まあというわけで6.4 でですね、オーシャンフィッシング
Troller across worlds. That's a good idea. Sounds neat. Although you'd figure the Kugane port is a bit crowded with Eureka and everything else there. Yeah, new route towards Kugane. Makes sense. Well, but the thing is, like, Val, the Isle of Val is pretty far out. So, like, it's not the strangest thing. I mean, it also, like, it's a busy port, but, like, it has a lot of access to ships then and shipping lanes.
距離が遠いって言われてる。距離が遠いって。
Also, can we point out there's a Criterion dungeon? There's this. I wonder if we're going to Hingashi as part of 7.0. It's weird that they're doing all this Hingen stuff.
確かに確かに。
Like Hingen and Doman and Othardi and stuff. It's like,
なんですよ
that's
だってさ、
interesting.
だってさ、40の途中でさ、遥か東へっつってさ、めっちゃ途中でさ、ね、
Plus Stormblood now free, yeah. They make it on Hours of Limsa. One isn't running, I will vomit in excitement. Yeah, definitely be a cool way to do it. Maybe it'll be Geomancer. I mean, if we're going to Hingashi, Geomancer's all but confirmed. That or something to do with Shugendo. I mean, like, or like, even if it's not Omion Jutsu or whatever, like, there's too much stuff. That's a long journey to Kugane in 4.0. You had to complete the dungeon on the way here. Now we're just gonna go fish. Omyoji Geomancer. I wouldn't expect Omyoji like specifically. Hi Deadpool, come here. Do you want up? You want uppies? Come on.
まあそうね。そうね。めっちゃ時間かかるとかいうわけじゃない。安定の間にね、ものすごい後悔をね、超高速戦として、ね、海賊衆どうすんだろうね。これね話はつけてあるのかな。
ぜひ育ってほしい。
個人族連れそうっていうコメントあるの。
They used like a club. Yeah. Like an Oni club. Carry him like a baby? I can, but he doesn't like to be on his back. I can, Yukio, but he doesn't like to be on his back. Hey, Island Sanctuary updates. We're getting it. Woo! This should be the bigger update, because like the last patch was supposed to be the shallow update. This is supposed to be the bigger update. New Sanctuary rakes and visions. Cool. I don't know if we'll expect a new island, but definitely I would expect a big increase in the. New gathering area in the wilds. Yep, that's what I would expect. What I expected was an increasing in the breadth and size of the island we have. What I would expect for all the rest of 6.x is an increase in the scope of the island we have, and then in 7.0 introduce a new island. Hi, bud. New materials, yep. I mean, everything you would expect. Your outfit? Yep. Dark probably has something. Dark does have some of those clubs. Jade, I know for a fact that there's at least one Oni style club, kind of like what Ito has, that the Dark does have. But hey, things had Scythe. Yeah, basically Kindle. Oh my god, I love him! It's just like fucking, the anti-tower. Oh my god, yes. Please tell me that's the mount. Please tell me that's the mount. Please tell me that's not just something to catch. Please. No, it's the new animal. It's not a new mount. Of course you do, Jade. It's Ziggy. I know, it's literally Ziggy. I want that. Oh, I want to ride the rock with Ziggy. Nah, it says that it's just the animal. It looks blackberry. It definitely just got a black currant flavor going on. Grand Sunny of Ziggy, yeah. Because he 5 those in my pasture. Whoops, all Ziggy. Show us some of these structures, though. I'm expecting nothing and I'm still disappointed. Forbidden rock candy. Ooh, that's a lovely clock tower. Expensive. They say it's expensive. That or tall. I missed the context. I mean, either of those are possible, so either of those would make sense. So
これがやりたくて始めたんですが、こちら拠点エリアへ庭具の
support for outdoor furnishings added to the hideaway. Oh, you guys are gonna go fucking ham.
なので、まあぜひ
Oh, that's big shit. That's big news. I want to ride the rock with Ziggy, Elio 2023. I stand by it. New structures giving mechanical bonus to the groove of the island production, they have not stated. So. But yeah, they made this feature, it was completed in time. Furnishing can be placed near structures, a maximum of 90 slots can be unlocked via Island Sanctuary progress. So you can now... Island Sanctuary is kind of a form of housing. Well, Jade, now you have your reason.
エリアが、まあうまくこうそのまあ90とはいえバンバン置いてると足りないみたいになっちゃうと思いますんで、少し固めておくとか。
確かにね、今皆さん多いなって言ってるけど、その言葉を覚えておいてくれよっていう話ですよね。はい。
まあちょっといろんなハウジングとはまた仕組みを変えてですね、90機を受けるように設置しております。はい。実際にまあどう設置するのかな。
Indoor furnishing are only it only says outdoor. I mean, but to be fair, there isn't really much in the way of indoor anyways, and all the indoors are pretty much. Finally, if only an apartment you have to use for the outdoor furnishing. If you only have an apartment you have used for the outdoor furnishings, yeah. Combine Island Sanctuary and apartments together, and congratulations, you have a house. Definitely more, Quinn. Definitely more.
個人部屋だけだとね、庭いじりができないっていうところもあったので、まあここでちょっとやっていただけたらなと。ただですね、ちょっと木人とかですね、畑とか
How you place these items and how it would look like, I will show during the next producer live letter with in-game footage. So they're going to show the mechanism by which it works next live letter.
ください。これね、別プログラムになっちゃうんで、すいません。
The good boy wants pets. He's sitting right next to me. He's like, give me
ハウ
pets.
ジングがちょっとね、パックスイーストでボロって言っちゃったんですけど、家具や庭具の配置数増加は、やってますんで、ちょっとまあちょっと 7.x にはなっちゃうとは思いますけど、増やせるようにやっていますので。
If you just had an apartment so far, you never able to touch any of the gardening furnishings, so we're happy to people can give that a try now with their island.
というわけでまあちょっとね、スクリーンショットも軽く
Give all worldly possessions to the good boy.
のやつを持ってきました。
はい、お願いします。
ちなみにね、ハウジングね、
Pretty?
柱をどうにかしてもね、チャレンジはしてます。相変わらず。はい。こんな感じで。
Yukio, funny you say that. I just bought Deadpool dog raincoat that I'm in the midst of gonna tailor and set up and get so that it'll be this Kryl raincoat because you guys funded a Kryl rain cosplay for him. So yes, the answer to your question is yes. Do super chat. Make Elio say weird stuff that's still verse because the most stuff we're happy and it funds goals like getting it so that we get to do a cooking stream.
まあまんべんなくやる方もいるでしょうけど、この場所を使ってみたいなそのテーマ性がある。
Basically, it seems like it, Kindle.
何パターンもあるから。これは
I said this during PAX, but we are working on increasing the number of items you can place in your house for the next expansion, patch 7.x. So, like, housing is going to get an update in 7.x. But that is well over 12 months away. Expect that basically in fall of like 2024. Are you cooking as Graha or Mage? I have other cosplays besides.
まず新たなアラダントームストーンが実装されます。そうですよね。はい。
Elegant tombstones of comedy will be added. What a farce!
あれですね。
It could be Jade. Could be.
プレッシャー。
Can't believe they fucking named it Elegant Tombstones of Comedy. Finally a tombstone for me to farm. Jade, are you now all about tombstones? Are you now has the Hildebrand become more interesting all of a sudden? Cooking as Nostrum stream soon, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's your stream, Ray Ray. Criterion wouldn't make sense currently. Criterion would only make sense really in once the wall between shards became passable in some way. You know, they laugh at our misery. Are those regular or regular tombstones of comedy? Because I play Moogles. Rest in peace, astronomy. The stars have died for our jokes, guys. The stars have died for our jokes. Your humor has ended the night sky.
さらにですね、ちょっと毛色がガラッと
Add tragedy tombstones next, cowards. Welcome to the caught up, Kirale. Maximum number of gear sets will be increased to 100. Available to all characters immediately, regardless of quest progression.
で今までは、
Cool.
進行するとギアセットが空いて、ジョブとか、クラスが増えるたびに、増えるっていうのをやってたんですけど、
This means now I get somewhere to put the outdoor stuff. Yeah.
ファッション、おしゃれも進んでいったので、もうドドンと開けられるだけ
That's actually pretty
も
big.
う最初からオープンして、もう自由に、
But not glam plates. Does not seem so yet.
おしゃれを楽しんでいただきましょうということで、方針も変えておりますので、
Yeah, great. Now give me 10 more glam plates. Yeah. Can finally make gear sets for Ultimate Biss and Eureka and Baja.
拡張されますんで、
I mean, honestly,
はい。
I mean, would you even need more than 50 in general? I mean, I guess I can imagine that making sense. I mean, like, 100 future-proofs it, but like, yeah, glam plates would be a much bigger, much bigger help. Yeah, Jade, I know you can. I'm not surprised you can overuse 50. I guess, yeah, if you wanted to have an Ultimate Biss and Eureka and Baja for each and every job. Yeah, makes sense.
その中身も増やしましたよ。
増やしましたよね。
はい、増やしましたよ。
増やしましたよね。アーマリーチェストの中身もさ、すごい頑張ってね、まあ最近ではないけど、一回増やして
ますよ。
あれ俺記憶がおかしい。あ、タランですね。はい、タランですね。はい。いや、はい。
Oh yeah, I mean, Michael, they needed to. The second that they doubled it, they needed to double it again. So like, no shocker there.
増えたことをお忘れになっているわけではない。
あ、覚えてはいただいている。
それは覚えていらっしゃる。何ジョブあると思ってるんですか。ついに怒りました。頑張ってジョブも増やして。
God, I love the Mario Lamatoran theme. So if our gear sets were unlocked with new jobs, we are changing this to unlock all gear sets from the start. Allows for easier time with glams as well. You want more glam plates? Didn't we recently increase the number? Guys, you gotta go on the forums and just like tell them, no, we need you to double it again. We need you to do 40 glam plates, and we need you to make it 1,600 space for like they must know. Do it politely, but definitely go on the forums, because that, like, you make a big enough fuss, they'll see. And do it like politely, and just give the feedback. Just be like, please, we could really describe your stories of all the ways in which it would be able to help, all the things that you could do, of like how exciting it would be.
死に物狂いでやってるんですよ。まあそのためにね、またサーバーも高性能なものにね、全部入れ替えたりとか。
Oh, they're explaining why they don't have it. He's explaining why they haven't increased glam plates right now.
いやいいじゃないですか。
Does that mean the level requirement for glams is no more or something else? I don't really understand what they're saying. So so Quinn, when you have it so it's pre-set up, so like when you equip a job, all the gear for it shows up, that's what they're talking about. Like I have my glam set, which has just artifact gear, yeah. The armoire jank does not help. Yeah, 40 would future-proof for 9.0 when we finally need more. 30 is the minimum for now, yeah. Well, I mean, to me, frankly, in my opinion, minimum should be at least one for every job, including land and hand, but... Job icons will now be displayed in the chat log and on player nameplates. Oh, chat log will now only display... That's interesting. Huh. I wonder what drove them to make that change at this point. I like it, but I'm just surprised that at this point it's added.
大きく利便性だったり視認性が向上するものっていうのをまた増やしていけたらなと思ってますので、これからのねまた。
Yeah, I guess I'm just surprised that that's I mean, that seems like such an. I mean, I guess it's an innocuous or low effort work for them, but also it seems like is that useful? Yeah. So you can see at a glance who's backseat jobbing. Quality of life is always well. Well, no, absolutely. You trust busting plugin devs. I have. Jade, you're gonna have to explain that to me later. They're adapting a mod topic being. Yeah. I mean, they don't forget tomorrow's April Fool's Day though. Though you figure over that. I have a video coming out tomorrow, by the way, that I'm very excited to show you guys tomorrow on April Fool's Day. The transaction fee for items sold on the market board can now be incorporated into their total price displayed under total. Yes! Thank you for translating for me, Tam. I've never seen that used before. Pop-up chat bubbles. Leave feedback on the forums. That's the best way to get it to them. I would bet that add-on was far more prevalent in JP than it was America, so they were just more aware of it. But if you let them know. Glasses and wing fashion accessories will now display when engaged in battle in the overworld. Yo! Accessories are now a part of... You can keep accessories on the whole time. Finally, I spent an hour grinding extra gil because the tax on Phylosmins was so high, magically I didn't have enough. Yeah. You guys got your golden wings going into battle with you.
エオルゼアというか14の中での生活がね、豊かになるようなことをねやっていけたらなと思っております。はい。ありがとうございます。
It's ambiguous as to includes duties. Right now, it probably doesn't, Captain. Partially because think about if those things like cause major clipping into NPCs during like because of blocking and staging for cutscenes. Stuff like that. That would be my guess. I have no idea. That's just a random pitch. I can finally look cool with finding things. Why mage and hunt trains are going to be so toxic? What else is new? Items stored in a variety of locations can now be selected when casting glamours in the in-room. Whoa! That's convenient. Quality of life, baby!
まあもともと別々に実装されているものなので結構そのデータをやり取りするの結構大変なんですけど、しっかり時間をかけて安全性確保した上でね、やってくれているので、まあこういったところ引き続きね、コンテンツだけじゃなく継続していきたいなと思っております。
Nothing at least enough glam plates to have where you can have glams for every job currently available with maybe extra. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like baseline to me is have one. Would be basically what 35-ish, 30-ish, something like that. For one for every Department of Hand, Land, and War and Magic. Fairy glamours are now available to scholars. Wait! Whoa! 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 Fairy glam is real. Fairy glam's real. Guys, fairy glam's real. The meme's dead. Long live the truth. You can have Carby! The fairy is dead! Long live the fairy! Now we just gotta get Moonstone. Sorry, Alara? We're working on improving these fashion items even more, so please look forward to updates in the future as well. So what you eat with dissipation will change. Interesting. Finally time to pull out Scholar Job Crystal. Yeah, I recognize Selene and Carby. What's the first? Eos? It's the other fairy. Selene's one. The Eos and Selene are the two fairies.
といったところでじゃあ実装項目のご紹介はここまでにさせていただいて、続いて次の O ブロックへ移動したいと思います。
Don't think that's how that works, Hydra, but understandable. That should be it for the first Bruiser Live Lever, with a lot more in the next one. Okay, some FanFest announcements. Give me Moonstone Carby, they don't care about Carby glams.
おさらいですが、今年の
There are some interesting lore reasons for why you don't have access to more than the normal Carbies, but they're not good enough reasons to not allow them. Or even just have like a small mini quest. If you could learn how to use Amber Carbuncle from Eorzean, that would be a really cute mini quest connecting back to Moonbrita, something like that.
4ヶ月もすりゃファンフェスなんですね。
Definitely Pyron, yeah. Aos never heard of it.
もうね、東京
I don't think so, Infinite.
まあもう例えば
My blueberry baby. I've been waiting so long. Jay. In 4 months, the first fan fest is already over, says Yoshi-P, which is crazy to think about.
で逆に東京
Because the different carbuncles are based in specific gemstones and the ethereal pathways of summoning through those using those gemstones as foci, and so it's a very different way of using magics to produce a similar effect. So there's like a very there's a nuance to it that's specific to those people who have learned to do it, and from our standpoint, we didn't learn the arcanism that way or from those people, and we've never developed how to do amber or. That's the lore reason. Is the US show sold out? US, yes. US was sold out a while ago. I just wish Carby would be cute spin attack again. I don't care if it's a 0-6. Just get the emote. Tico, good to see, glad to have you. Thank you, Ray Ray. To be fair, we do summon primals. We do not summon primals. We summon Eggy, which is completely different. We use an etheric when we defeated Article, we use their etheric pattern siphoned through a carbuncle to create an Eggy, basically. So like we don't summon primals. That's like a very important distinction, actually. Visual tickets sold out. There are no virtual tickets. Yu-Gi-Oh. If you mean for FanFest, like, those were sold out. Everything was sold out a long time ago. That's why we were trying to get people like all set up over on the Discord. People are forgetting Eorzean had a topaz. Sorry, topaz, not amber, is what I meant. Kindle. And the reason that he had topaz was because of Moonbrita. That's what I was pointing out earlier. With how like one way you could get topaz would be learning through him and connecting it back through Moonbrita. For instance, if you do that topaz carbuncle automaton quest in Charlian, you find out that topaz carbuncle was based off of the carbuncle that Moonbrita had when she used to take care of this little girl, and that the topaz carbuncle that Eorzean had was an extension of her, of learning through her. Eggy, what is this button be doing? Allow Pet Glamour to replace carbuncle with primal of level 90 on level 90. Yeah, you basically end up doing that anyways, but yeah. I mean, to be fair, there are like visual reasons why it's important to know which primal's up, whereas the fairy doesn't, it's just glam. Okay, Yoshi-P, we're in the stage of deciding floor plans even for the event next in Tokyo already. The day after the events in Las Vegas and London, we'll have the orchestra concerts. Chat said they wanted to see more updates on the graphic improvements. I will be showing them starting at NA FanFest. 4 months will be over in no time. March is already ending today. So, NA FanFest will be the next time we hear about graphic updates. That's how I guess glad to have you, because they have a unicorn mount quest for Conjure and not even White Mage, so I'd like a glam quest for Scholar Summons and some other. Yeah, that was part of more like an old push, but like, yeah. That was more of an incentive to get people to play certain roles, and people were already playing healer. That's why like they still have the tank ones, like the tank specific mounts, because not enough people play those. So upset I slept through the 3.5 hours of the live letter. Well, the bright side, Demons, good to see, glad to have you, and now you can watch the whole thing retroactively. Yes, we do get to see them in Vegas, Brian. Job mounts are really underused. Yeah. That's mostly because they're made to be an incentive. Pre-orders are available in North America, Europe, and regardless of FanFest attendance. Official merchandise. Okay, round 1. For those attending Fan Festival in Las Vegas, congestion may occur at the event, so we recommend purchasing beforehand. Once items are sold out, we cannot guarantee they'll be restocked, so if you're interested in purchasing them, we recommend you pre-order now. Some items are exclusive to North America. What about the PS4? The PS4 will stay supported. It will likely always be supported with 14 and its optional feature. You probably won't be able to turn it on Though you probably won't be able to turn it on PS4. So the graphics update is technically an optional feature. It seems to is what they're implying. So the PS4 will be able to run the old classic version of 14, while if you have a powerful enough computer, you'll be able to run the graphic update. I hope they do either healer mounts or making the canon job a healer to try and get more people to play, because Lord knows PS needs it. Really? Oh, Party Finder needs it. Fair. I was gonna say Duty Finder, I never have issues. Will FanFest be streamed or recorded all? Parts of it. And also we'll be covering it. I'm gonna be there, and I will be recovering it and recording stuff and posting as we find out stuff too. Would love to hear all the news, and even if not live. So yeah, Hydra, I will be covering it live too. Live and also recorded. I don't know how much will be live. We'll try to stream some stuff live. Duty Finder does need more healers. It's always it's almost always an insta pop. That's weird. Whenever I'm on like Curl or Zalera, it's always tanks. Like sometimes there's a healer, but it's tanks. Like a lot of times it's just blue. But I know we play on the same stuff, so it's weird that we have different experiences. Is it that there are plenty of tanks in normal content, but less in high-end content? Not necessarily. There's not a lot in normal content either, comparatively. I mean, it's balanced out a little bit. In need isn't always with the fastest queue either. Omega and Criterion often shows blue, but always healer insta pop. Healers and tanks for me, but mainly tanks on Bryn. Yeah. Tank is adventure in need, but sometimes healer is a faster queue. Weird. Pre-order is scheduled from Friday, March 9 a.m. PDT to April 21st. Delivery date from us. Okay, so merchandise is going to be announced in a couple hours here. Pre-orders. The Elpis Flower Flow Music Box. Mortal Instance Music Box.
これはもうとにかく北米ファンフェスですので、北米の皆さんにいち早くお届けするという方針でこうなってます。
I definitely want one of those Elpis flowers, but I'm hoping that maybe they'll be giving those out for people who are there. That might poison your data. Also consider healers a job for bottoms, and you play on Crystal. They need to just give tanks better rewards for spamming Duty Finder rather than daily alone. Well, they do. All tanks have mounts. So every tank has 2 mounts that you get from playing it. So there are rewards for playing tank. Also, playing tank is fun. Things to celebrate Fairy Glam. I'll start working on my second Scholar Relic tonight. There you go, Heartless. There you go. Fellow Crystal Resident, I have a shorter queue as healer than tank. It's interesting. Whenever I play Sage, it's the same as when I play Paladin. More guilt? Nah, to do that specifically between role, I think I don't know that you need to incentivize it that way. I don't know that actually would change much. I think the people who already would play. I don't think a couple extra gil is going to make someone decide to not to play tank over, you know? Agreed, Captain. Agreed. Is the website still up or did it go down already? So they're going to show the items that are going to be available for pre-order. Those are bottoms, just ask. Tanks tend to be consistently more instant, but both are really fast. Yeah, it's very... Healers are both... Just ask. Yeah, it means they're from the tank achievements. Yeah. Wait, hold on. There's class mounts for tanks? Yes. Oh my god! It's... Okay, not as cursed as Yashola. It's basically a Dark Panther curl for Dark Knight. It's a bear for Warrior. It's like a tiger thing for Gunbreaker, and it's a lion for Paladin. And they have a normal version and then an armored version that they can all earn. It's adorable. Actually, that is really cute. I want to get one of those for the background. How much do they cost, though? Oh! That's not bad for Japanese merch.
大きそうやった。
That's not
アルファ
bad.
のぬいぐるみ、この
65 bucks, that's-
人がいたら、そのなんていうの、このぬるぬるした感じといいますか。
これちょっ
ね
とあれだね。
はい
気持ちいい。おじさんたちとサイズ比較する。
こんな感じ、可愛いでしょ。
Bunny statue is nice, but give me a plush version.
で、手足の。
You just want to hug all it, don't you, Jade?
が動きます。
I need to cuddle with sleeping weight. Yep, literally, yep. Let's go great next to my King Ghidorah
お、
statue.
一つにはちょっとバランスよく。
Leopard statue looking a little edible, to be honest.
首も
Those hands are chocolate, and that face is white chocolate.
難易度高い。
Fight me.
はい。
お、いけました。
Those ears are white chocolate.
法人が変えられます。
お
という
お。
ものでございます。
じゃあデスクの脇に座ら
If you purchase the alpha figure, it's the same material.
よ
これよくできてますね。
そうよくできてますね。
So it is like soft.
あらいいお値段。あらいいお値段。
It's posing way. Sarah, good to see glad to have you.
はい。
はい。
Hugging way plushie.
腕もちゃんと見えますね。
はい。
Different
じゃあ
dungeon
続いて参
for
り
the
ましょ
mount.
う
Let's
はいはい。
続いてこちら。
No, that you can farm the mounts as much as you want.
はい。ぬいぐるみ。
As long as you do something that's above level 60 or 70.
こちらはね、もふもふして。
Porksy plushie! Oh my god. I know this isn't what you wanted, Jade, but it's what you wanted.
これは
It does make it did look like fondant, didn't it?
これはまたね。
You guys were just when we saw Angelo on stream. You guys were just asking for a Porksy plush.
これ結構サイズ感ありますよね。
うん。これめっちゃよくできてるよ、こういうところに。
ね、細かくできて。
これ、エポリットちょうだいどうなのかなこういう。
新しい。
I'm fighting for the paladin mounts with the extreme. The extreme Garuda won't. It'll only do it for the first one. The second one, you need to do something at Stormblood or higher, like
いる
Lakshmi.
んじゃないの今もうグッズを運んできてくれてる宣伝担
I'm running out of room for plushies, but I will make space for this little guy. Well, he's only 35 bucks.
乗りました。
デスクの脇にね。
ということも可能です。
これ可愛くないですか
まさか。
They know how to get you guys to buy shit.
いけます。だってここにね、
確かに蔵っぽいもの
乗せられますからね。
はい
はい。
ということで、ぬいぐるみファットポークがこんな感じ。ね、
これでもね、触り心地マジで
Big wake up new mount just dropped.
霊式の固定とかに使われた時にちょっとこうすると
See, it works.
休まる。
はい。
はい。
They say that the Porksy is really
では続いて
fluffy.
参りましょう。続いてこちらです。画面お願いしま
There's
す。
stuff a party finder for full 8-man Lakshmi, like I've seen. Yeah, you get 8. Yeah, you just do 8 tanks on Lakshmi unsynced, and you just kill her on repeat, and that's the fastest way to get one of the fastest way to get the mounts. Ooh, that's a lovely Azem necklace. Cast, I'm guessing cast steel or cast silver. Oh, cast silver. Wait, that's pure silver?
つけますか？
Why? Why not just? I mean, I guess Yoshi-P wears like the silver like horse font, like House Four Tomes, but just like, why not give us one that's like acrylic or that's like a really nice acrylic? I'm surprised they made it out of silver. Just make one out of steel, and I'm sure people would love that. So expensive. I mean, it's not too expensive for what it is, but it's just like
注目にさらされて。
はいはい。
bonus for pre-order is a can of orange
よかっ
paint.
た。今日の字を着ていただいてありがとうございます。こんな感じ。
I hope the horse font shield necklace returns someday. I wouldn't expect so, Kira, based on like how they tend to do stuff, but I mean, on the bright side, 3D printing's at a place where you could, I'm sure you could get someone to 3D model it, 3D print that, and then get someone to cast that.
そうそう。サイズ感で言うとこんな感じ。
Yeah, not all of us make AAA game director salaries.
7人
呼べるかもしれない。
呼べるかもしれない。
Horse
強く祈れ。
はい。こんな感じで。
はい。
font, no.
これでも
Hey, at least now we're always with him.
ちゃんといぶした上で
ね
ピッカピカの状態じゃなくて、
はい
ちゃんといぶした状態でお届けさせていただきます。
うん
はい。
Yeah, Yoshi-P's always dripped out. If you pay attention, he's always wearing those rings and the necklaces and
はい。
stuff.
では続いていきましょう。続いてのアイテムこち
Yeah,
ら。
you can get a really good Asm necklace for like 200 or like for like 25 bucks off Etsy. Oh, fuck me! Oh, god damn it, Yoshi-P. They're too expensive.
ずーっと
And they're not my style, but also, fuck.
拝見してたんですが、吉田の着てるジャンプなんか古代人の顔マークついてるぞ。
うん。
前に着てたやつと違ったぞ。
あ、 そうか、そこの差分に気づくと。
But I
前の
want
ね
it.
サンプルだった
I want it.
はい。
というわけで
I want it.
私が
はい、吉田さんに来ていただい
It's
て。
reversible? Oh, fuck.
ね。こちらリバーシブル仕様となって、吉田さん着てるのは L サイズ。はい、こちら、確かに、まさに。吉田さん着用しているのは L サイズのものです。うん。
これでリバーシブル
And also its material looks like the material of like the Ascian coat for the black and purple, and the material of the ancients for like Vana and the normal ancients. I mean, I don't think it is. I think it's actually a very, very different material, but it's just like the fact that it's got like the sheen. I too love to wear Hydaelyn's dive kick on my back. Is this stuff on sale yet? I need links. No, I think it's at 9 a.m. PDT. So that's what, like 3 hours from now, V? Because I'm, fuck.
この辺りはあれじゃない
I want that so bad. I need to stop buying jackets I'll never wear. Yeah, Kendall, I feel that. I have a lovely partner who bought me like a couple of jackets because she knows how much I love like nice jackets and things, and I constantly like just am finding reasons to wear them. Feel that. I love them. They keep me warm when I'm doing this work. Yoshi-P dies, his coffin will gain like 50 extra kilos of weight just from the bling he takes to the grave with him. It really is 2 jackets in 1. Yeah, Bisbee. Good to see you. Glad to have you. Masks alone would have some demand. Yes, but also that market's fed, and fewer people would buy that than you'd think, because a lot of people, more people buy things that they can just at least wear. Yeah, Ryan, it's not my style either, but I'll say that jacket with the like light pattern and stuff is actually pretty nice. I might actually get that. Usually I'd find I'm not interested, but I will say that fucking commercial they made for it is cursed as hell. Remind you all, Fox cloning way in his stand dripped out Masayoshi Soken. Yeah. More to Azeroth premiere, but man, that's almost twice the price. Yeah. Japanese merch goes hard in terms of quality, but also hard in terms of price. Yeah, it is cursed, right, V? Like the... God, the Elzens don't move right. The best part about Pumas. This is the sort of stuff I have no interest in. Like, I would love, don't get me wrong, I'd love like an Alfie, like maybe sticker or something, but like just a stand. Like maybe a figurine even. I'm not even a fig guy, but like, but this just like a 2D cutout? I don't know, is this interest any of you guys? You not rocking with Drippers? Like, the art's glorious, don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't know, it just seems so simple. I paid for a high... Does it light up? It doesn't look like it. The base seems plain. I have a posable figure, yeah. A lot of artists follow our 2D stands still in their shops, so someone's buying them. Clearly people are buying them and like, oh! Look at Kryle. Wait, Kryle has a weapon! Look at that Kryle's weapon. That... Dude, I wonder... Oh, come on. Kryle Scion Companion in 7.0. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. That was like a mace staff. That's a white mage weapon? I mean, it kind of looks like a white mage weapon, but is there like one that you know that is that one? Kryle had a weapon since 5.2. I don't even remember her holding it in 5.2. It was white mage. Yeah, she had it when we talked. Oh, there you go. I'm about to play 5.2 on Monday, so I'll see it then. You can get it for glam. Yeah, it's white mage effably. Nice. It's nice. Nice heaven words. I think I remember that one. Nice. I remember Kryle ever holding one. Yeah, I don't remember that either, Demons. It is a weapon you can get at Heaven's Word, which makes sense, you know, seeing as we meet her in Heaven's Word. Yeah, exactly, Demons. Or you could just rewatch our replay of it from the beginning. Friendly reminder, if you're joining us for the first time today, or to go check out some of our older content if you haven't already, especially our lyrical lores, which I am quite a fan of. Yeah, look, Daru's stand is purple, the color that is often associated with Zodiark. I do like the art of the stands. I like the I would use those things as coasters. They'd be really bitchin' coasters. Like if you got like a set that was like just different colors like that and had the art on them, like the characters on them, that would be cool. I'd buy coasters, yeah. Get the sense Graha will sell out before the others. I don't know what possibly could make you think that. V, how many of the Graha statues have you bought in already? I don't like that they're 2D, yeah. You speak with crowd when paying 500. Yeah, definitely will, Helios. It would be 11 out of 10 coasters. Graha coaster replay, I should say, yeah. Well, Graha won the Baby Girl Awards. Thank you, Ray Ray. Yeah, Ray Ray posted the playlist with all of our lyrical lore songs. Lady of Light instead of her true name kind of annoys me. Well, it's to avoid spoilers. I mean, that was during when Endwalker during its release, that was what it was shown as. I don't know. I mean, like I feel like I like that as a slight obfuscation. Make boob mouse pads, but instead of mouse pads, it's coasters. Grahan Island ones. Yes, I really love the Vana one. Oh, it has the name Lady of Light. Yeah, because so all through the lead up of Endwalker, before Endwalker came out, in all promotional material where Vana was in it, she was just called Lady of Light, which helps. Not calling her Vana and not calling her Hydaelyn kind of helps avoid spoilers for you know. Get one of the mommy Hydaelyn, yeah. For the curious about Kral's weapon, the non-glowy version is the Beach Rod. Thank you. There's also a glowy version called Yagrush, that is Geralt's master weapon. Thank you, Heartless. I appreciate you going and finding that. If there was an M, I would buy it, no questions asked. I'm surprised there's not. I think I found a weapon that Kral wielded, Hailstorm King. Well, interesting. That's different than what Heartless said. Unless you wielded multiple weapons. There has not been any interesting statements. Are you guys following the prices as well? Please make sure to look at those before making too many purchases. Some of these acrylic stands are more expensive, which is simply because of them using more materials. You heard it here. Buy the Fells first and foremost because they're cheaper. It's kind of ironic. I definitely get Hitlo, yeah. Kind of ironic that I'm in the process of planning to purchase a new coat soon anyways. Well. There's also this thing called asset reuse. Yes, it's true, V. Although usually it's pretty rare to like find a weapon that's the identical weapon, like no glow, nothing added, and have it called two different things. That's pretty rare. If it isn't Hailstorm Cane, that's the one small. That's the one with small blue crystals above it. I don't think her staff had the mace had small blue crystals. No Hermes merch. This is a sad day. Kindle, I feel you. I feel you hard. I love my boy, and I want more of him. And let's just say I am ready to represent him at certain points. In terms of, I am working on his Caduceus, and stay tuned. Sad thing at Zero would need to wait a few years until her acrylic stand, yeah. She has the Beach Rod. I have it in my glam dresser. I'm looking at it. Okay, yeah. So Heartless is, yeah. Yeah, I was just scouring between them. We would need to pause these stuff. Heartless and don't want to pause. Chat's complaining that they sound like robots, and Yoshi-P is enjoying it too much. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's it. Here. Here. Let's take a second. This is it. So it doesn't seem like any bluey glue crystals or anything, so it seems like it's the Beach Rod. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, because there's a weapon named the same thing in 10. Yoshi-P says, recently someone asked an AI chat program to act like Yoshi-P, and I was watching that. Surprisingly, it did a really good job. Apparently AI can act like Yoshi-P.
できるだけ分かりやすく具体的にヒントをくださいっていう質問されたりしてて面白い。いやあれはね面白い。
まだ確認作業が続いておりますが、
なんかこっちのさ赤いカメラの音拾っちゃってるとかってことはないよね。
まあ殺してあるよね。はい。
なるほど。なんでしょうね。
Who wants Kryl as one of the scions, like one of the main like 7 companions in 7.0? Because I definitely do. No question. And if we assume Zero and Kryl both join us, who gets kicked? Because it's not... Istinian doesn't get kicked. Graha doesn't get kicked. Right? So that leaves Y'shtola, Thancred, Eorzean. I feel like of those 3, those are the 3 to like switch out. The thing is that like Zero is a DPS and Kryl isn't a tank. So like kicking Thancred's a bit of a problem if we don't have a tank to replace. Eorzean goes to the moon. Imagine we explore more of Hingashi and Ijika comes back. Well, depends on how you chose to end Eureka, Jade. Unless they choose to have a just like retroactively say that there's a canonical ending. Graha Paladin. Right. So we do have at least one tank, ergo it's good enough, right? That's fair. Because he flexes already. Heck yeah, Graha and Kryl road trip, please. Yeah. Graha's an all-rounder, though. Yeah, Graha. I was more thinking about that we just would want to have at least multiple options, because like in Endwalker you had Graha and you had Thancred, but yeah, I mean, as long as there's at least one person, it's fine. It would be a good reason for Thancred on Eorzean Mama. It'll be interesting how they would go about it for each. Yeah, there's continuation of the story if you do right, but it doesn't when you do the Baldestine Arsenal, you have to choose one of the 2 endings, and one of them Ejika dies. Depending on which you choose. That was more my point. Like once you finish BA. Is there a version like if you choose that ending, does it still have like yet another thing after that? It was just satisfying my head that at some point, like 7.0, there's a changing of the guard sorts where Eorzean is still thinking to be replaced back. Yeah, likely that's Axeman. Yeah, Alara, I thought for sure that was going to happen, either like Poke 6.0 or something, but the fact that they've been reticent to do it actually makes me not sure. But Y'shtola is going back to Runar at some point. It's just a question of when. I feel like Thancred is going to retire on the first once they can get there. Yeah, and Y'shtola too. 200 years of experience will do that to a guy. Well, he's only been awake and cognizant for 100 years. Because he comes into cognizance at the end. Like, he's woken up after they get into the Crystal Tower, and then they enact their plan. Once they are near the end of it. So he's only really been around for, like, 100, so. Oh, hey, volume actually died. Yoshi-P, recently someone asked an AI, the AI was asked to tell what the new jobs are going to be, and it was pretty entertaining. And now they're talking about receiving a BAFTA award for Evolving Game. My ending to Eureka, Jade, I don't think I can do that. No, after BA there's more story. Oh, okay, cool. Could have rebuilding the Students of Baldesian side story. I mean, to be fair, that rebuilding the Students of Baldesian already kind of is a side story going on through, like, Myth of the Realm and other things. I feel like Eorzean's been taking more of a backseat than usual of late. I could see him retiring. Yeah, I feel like he's pretty much in the same vein that Thancred has. I mean, it's just during the point X. But that's, like, always happens. Like, sometimes some characters are put in the back, sometimes take a more forward thing. But yeah, I definitely can imagine, like, I think his stories come full circle. As much as I adore him, I don't know that you... I feel like once Y'shtola finds a way to bridge Reflections, her stories come full circle, really. I'm gonna go back to Runar, gives me hope for Shadowbringers 2 with Ethereal Boogaloo. I don't know that I want Shadowbringers 2. I would love stuff back in the first. Some things there, but I don't want like just that again. You know? We want to see Y'shtola and Runar get married. I think many people would disagree with you. I think many people don't want to see that. Because I mean, I do, but I think many people would be outraged that their waifu was getting married. So unless there's a dialogue in Endwalker, Runar love is one-sided. I don't know what you mean, because don't. I think it's very clear how he feels about her, and I think for the lengths to which she like communicates her is open to any degree. It's clear that it's not one-sided. I mean, in terms of like, does she like love him? No, but like clearly she like promises to get back to him, wants to get back to him. I would just like look at their dialogue in Shadowbringers. And preferentially still a 0. Eden. If they do Shadowbringers 2, they'll have to make Eden mandatory. No, because Eden's gonna take years. That's gonna take like decades, if not centuries, to work. So like the thing is that Eden, the amount of time it's gonna take before the like lands to return, you'd have to do a huge time skip or do a 14-2 or something. Like they even say that in Eden. The zipper is an ancient? Oh my god, it is! It's definitely Hythlodaeus. I'm going with that. Make more sense for now for 7.0 to have, we have more potential scions between Zero and Kral. Yeah, it's important to have new blood, potentially Reen if we're, now you show us Lord Sexual. I didn't say anything about sex, I said romance. I said she, like, has affection for him, right? Assuming, I have no insinuation that they're banging. If we're assuming they retire for the first, which means the path is open. Definitely, Alara, that makes sense. The problem is that then if you're going to do that, you got to bring Gaia into the situation. Then Eden does kind of become mandatory. Rin and Xian would definitely be joining. Xian 2.0, that took me a second. People want to get rid of scions, it makes me sad. I don't think people want to get rid of scions. I think people want to let things change and evolve. And it's normal for to everything its time, you know? To everything, all good things must pass. I mean, that's literally the lesson of Endwalker, right? Is that things don't last forever. And that we have to accept that, embrace that, and carry on. I won't say good about any of them. You know, this is literally, basically, that's literally the story of 14 in a nutshell. Endwalker gaming mousepad, ooh! I want a large gaming mousepad like that. I'd rather have the Tombstone one. Someone made one where it's just like the Tombstone pattern. Still no interesting comments from them particularly. 7.0 Science, Reen, Guy, Nicole High. It's called Final Fantasy 14 Babysitters. One day even the Warrior of Light. To be fair, Reen is the same age as the twins. At least in terms of when they started their journey. One day even the Warrior of Light will go on an adventure from which they will not return. Yeah. I want to start his adventure style questline showing Reen around the source. Yeah, that'd be cool. Getting that. Nice, Ryan. Something, heat, death in the universe, something, Higgsfield, something. Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, the story of Shadowbringers, of all of 14, and it's literally the primary point of Endwalker, is about the ability to grieve for what is lost, let go, and to carry on in the face of that, of the inevitability of change and loss and suffering, and to find beauty and grace in the world anyways. I don't want to see any of the Silence leave, but I do want them to be happy. They've seen more than 3 to 4 years, maybe, of in-game time than most people would see in their lives. Well, we know that at least Y'shtola, Urianger, and Thancred have, because they were on the first for 5 and 3 years, respectively. 5 for Thancred, 3 for Y'shtola and Urianger. Oh my god! Look at that Serpent of Ronka. Oh my god, it's giant! Imagine showing her and Gaia after finishing, you can find them around the world, letting Lena see Raha again. Oh, that would be a lovely Jade. I want that Serpent of Ronka. I gotta get the ancient keychain for me and my wife. I need it. Yeah. I want that ancient. See, I love ancient stuff. But, like, I don't need the ancient keychain. Right? But the Serpent of Ronka keychain? Scree indeed. I have quite a few ancient items. I have, like, for instance, if you see behind me, I have, like, an ancient mask. I have a set of ancient robes, all sorts of stuff. V immediately goes for the fat cat. You thinking of your cat at home, V? More broadly, I'd say 14 is about the struggle of survival and how to cope with it. Every expansion deals with trauma and struggle and terror. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's literally what Answers is about, and Answers and Flow are 2 counterpoints talking about that, and that's why, like, ultimately the crescendo of the series is about dealing with existential nihilism and dealing with hope and hopelessness and a world that is without inherent meaning, but finding meaning and purpose in that. Like, it's... Oh my...
すごいよ本当。
これが
What? Is that a Morble? It's a Morble neck pillow. Okay, I kind of want that. Fuck your Shibo and your Axolotl. There's a Morble as a neck pillow. They're neck pillows for flying on airplanes. So like that it turns it folds out into a neck pillow. It is a Morble. Do you know what axolotls are called in Japanese? I'm pretty sure it's something like Oopa Loopa, which is part of why Wooper is called Wooper in Pokemon. Is that a Cactuar neck pillow? No, it's a Morble. It's a... If it was a Cactuar neck pillow, I'd already own it, because I literally would have somehow teleported through this and just stolen it right out of Foxconn's hands. I'm still kind of want the Morble, I'll admit. He was talking about jet lag earlier, yeah. Well, I was going to be hurting, I hate it here. I'll be leaving since they're just showing merch and done with content. Yeah, so just so you know, Helio, sometimes there's a little something at the end, but you're probably good to go. I just want to make sure that there's nothing of particular interest. We usually play it out to the end. Oopa loopa doopity doo. Practical plushies, yeah. If it was a Cactuar umbrella, but actually Elio would break the law of physics and be the first person not at Square Enix to own one. I'd be the first person including at Square Enix to own one somehow. It's so ugly. I love it. Now I know what they did with all the minions from Orm Vale. Body horror pillow, yeah. What if they did a time skip quest depending on the race of your Warrior Light? Something to give Warrior Light more depth since the Warrior Light is not blank. Warrior Light isn't a blank slate after, especially starting after Stormblood, though. Like, especially you can characterize with all your dialogue options. So, like, they're a blank slate in ARR, and they fight to do that. And Heaven's Word, they kind of go back and forth. But by the time Stormblood, especially in Shadowbringers and Endwalkers, they do very much have characterization. I also don't think that works well, because like you then have to deal with the headache of all sorts of canonicity issues, and also like defining time becomes really a big problem. Like, there's a reason they've avoided doing it so far. I feel like there are better ways to do characterization. I think just using time skips for singular Warrior of Light becomes problematic. I mean, hell, if they do it, right? But like that would be my take on it. The Mame Shiba actually is the highest difficulty to transform because it has a neck. Only way to draw Hermes with the Abisomo neck pillow. It's so ugly. Dark Knight would really portray your character as well as mentally damaged BTS survivor trying to cope with the demands of the entire world. Yeah, you very much have a voice manifested in that. And I would also look to the other job quests as well as manifesting a lot of characterization for the Warrior of Light. Or even just the way in which your character responds to other characters in places like Star Wars or Warlit. Like, your character very much has opinions about Gaius that may not match your own. Buy a dog plushie with green guts hanging out, for kids. Don't forget your tribal quests. Still reason my fave tank. Yeah. Dark has a really phenomenal story. Red Mage has a really, really good one too, I think. Scholar is also really good. I mean, to be fair, it's horrifying, but we love it is also, in some ways, appropriate for 14 as a whole. It's too bad that I hate neck pillows. Like, they don't help me. Like, cause like if I sit back, like the back of my head still ends up like resting against things. This part of the Dark Quest chain is the part where you kill Moogles. You don't kill them. You do beat them senseless. Scholar has Tom Berry, enough said. Yeah. Atrocities, disgusting, abominable. I will kill and die for them. I love them. Leveling crafters right now, going to finish yesterday and start today's. Nice. Good. Still no interesting comments yet. Two old men doing this together is a little dicey. So whenever we go on trips overseas, we'll have to take one of these with us now. Says Yoshi-P.
仲間が欲しいから。
You shall pay for your transgressions, Kupo. Not gonna lie, I relate to the word like the fact that I would probably steal stuff for no reason like pants. If you done Hildebrand, you have in fact stolen pants.
ぬいぐるみミックピロのご紹介でした。
いやこれ素晴らしいね。
こんな面白いものが世の中あるんだな。
うん。これはすごい。いや触り心地やっぱネックピローだったらめっちゃいいな。
まあそうです。
Yeah, me too, Goku. I wouldn't say never doubt that it could come back if I mean like the Garo event did.
ということでこちらご検討。
はい。ぜひ。
At the very least, maybe if they could just like end up selling it on the market, the amount on the marketplace, unless they already do. I don't think they do. I mean, honestly, that I kind of hate that mount because of how like much it does not look like it's part of the world. At least like the regalia does, or like a lot of the other items kind of do. But that's just like, yo, you really aren't from 14. Oh, dude, these acrylic blocks are gorgeous. I don't need them. I really don't need them, but they're so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Yokai has the event has run twice already. Okay. One more of the other inspectors from Melody Quest. I did the side starting to have hints at him pursuing his romance, but I want to see more of that. I want to get together. Yeah. There's new relic tools out now. There's also ocean fishing coming in 6.4. Yes. Now, sorry, was there someone that had a question? No. Oh, sorry, I'm late. Yeah, I haven't been active these past few months. No worries. And as a main crafter, I was wondering if they're planning to change the crafters they should be aware of. Yeah, totally. So as Jade said, there's no big changes, but there's the new relic tools that are out now, and there's going to be a new step coming up in the next patch. Are they representations? 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0. Yes, they are representations for each one, because this is A Realm Reborn. This was the 1.0 box cover thingy. So yeah, just one for each. Yeah, they really are gorgeous. All the Warrior Light gets a lot of characterization in their interaction with the Relic Weaponsmith. Like, I get the distinct impression the Warrior Light just doesn't like him very much. Yeah, no problem though. Hopefully, if you're coming back sometime soon, I hope you have a great time. I know a lot of people are taking a break right now. I know a lot of people are either a little burnt out or just like, you know, need some time. I love the Stormblood one with Lease on it. Yeah, it's very good. I mean, I really like... I haven't seen the 2.0 one before. That one's really gorgeous. I really like the 6.0 one, the balance between Zodiark and Hydaelyn. But I'm really kind of crushing on the, like... I'd crush on the 1.0 one more if I felt like it was more connected to what 1.0 was about. But at least the 2.0 one really like does like kind of match what. Although it's hard for 1.0 to be about anything when it was such a mess. I mean, basically the only way for 1.0s to have been matched is if it had been like had Dalamud on it in the first place. But the teacups. Okay, tea getting tea. Okay, the tea mug. Wait, that thing's $30 for one cup. Okay, but I still need it. We actually got it, guys. Horses, Shadowbringers, yeah. It is literally the last stand cup. It says the last stand on it. That's kind of small. That's pretty big. I feel like that's pretty big. And remember, Alice has small hands. Drinks out of a one. Okay, yeah, Jade. What fucking ceramic cup is like? Yeah, you drink out of a goddamn 1 liter. Yeah, $30 for that one cup. I bet you can just get that custom sent. To be in defense, it is a perfect replica. I would hope a day's worth of Earl Grey doesn't fit in a single cup. Y'all might have problems.
原因わからずだ。
I can't believe I'm the one advocating drinking in moderation.
突然治ったんだ。みんな急に治ったって言ってるから。急に治った
Since no one knows this is an item from a game, you can even use it at work. You can put this in the microwave? Well, we'll figure out by the end of stream.
うちの問題かも。
They don't even know if it's microwave safe. I have one I got on Redbubble. Yeah, Niski, I'd probably go to see. Again, the defense here is that it's not that you can't get that logo on something on Redbubble or elsewhere, but can you get a perfect replica is the question.
はい、そして続いてのご商品は
Jesus Christ, Jade.
どうぞお願いします。
No wonder you are never asleep.
よいしょ。ジョ
Yes! Oh, yeah, I want those. I want it. That is some forbidden candy. And, oh, I want them. I want them all.
大集合させてみました。
I want every single one of the... Oh!
チームが喜びますね。
すごい。上2つが今回新登場の賢者と。まあ皆さん言わずもがな。
I have a mighty need.
その下、
It's interesting that they're so glossy instead of like translucent, more like translucent. I mean, they are translucent, but like it is interesting. Like they almost have like a metallic sheen on them rather than a. I mean, yeah, they're all okay. They're all transparent, translucent. Why do they have such a metallic sheen? Maybe it's just the lighting.
こっちがこうあんのにさ、なんでこうした？
Times 19, assuming unless there's blue mage. No, there's blue mage. They're like 20, right? It's like 80, so $100.
俺は節電しろって言われて、だってさ、だってこれもあるやん。
And end up eating them. I wouldn't be able to stop this. There's a ton of collector cups from events my family has done. I used to just making sure the drink is done before pouring. Yeah. You only have white and dark dragoon. My problem is I need them all. I usually sleep 1 hour. Thank you for. Okay, sure, 10 hours. Yeah, definitely not 1 hour. Definitely didn't out yourself there. Not really to the next match. Anyone miss the G fighter? I don't, but that's because there's only so much Gundam I can take before there's too much Gundam in my 14. Like, I liked what was there, but... And it worked for the weapons quest line, but I can feel bad to leave something like that to collect dust. I mean, like, to be fair, in universe, something like that should be used, but also it's an extremely powerful weapon, and particularly of war, so unless it's used for construction and, like, reconstruction of the world or something, I'd be worried about its use. Need the rest my brother got me. $100 for 20 premium magnets? Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable, actually. I see. What I also is I don't even want the magnet version. I just want like a version that doesn't even have a flat side and they're just like full 3D and that I can just hold. I need crystal for every job I raid on, all of them except warrior. I was worried Elliot was gonna rupture our ears. I'm trying to hold it in. They didn't say anything about Encyclopedia Eorzean Volume 3, so it's like we're good. Can't buy from Square Enix stores. I live in Australia. Oh, Kirlia, that sucks. I bet you could try talking to someone over on the Discord, see if they would like buy something and ship it to you.
会場全体のですよ、インターネットが落ちた。あり得る？
I want the worry jobstone.
しょうがない。自分たちのセットアップ。
The devs actually use these magnets on a whiteboard for strategy discussions for like battles and stuff. No, because I love the black mage stone so much I got an appointment to get a tattoo of one. Nice! The black currant flavored soul stone. Australian customs are hell, yeah. It's also wild because you're closer to Japan than we are. Chat saying my luck on stream lately has been bad. Very true. Not me, but when the producer of FF16, Yoshi-P, was streaming at PAX East, the entire venue lost internet. Yoshi-P says, chat saying my luck on streams lately has been bad. It's very true. Not me, but when the producer of Final Fantasy 16, Yoshi-P, was streaming at PAX East, the entire venue lost internet. Imagine playing with this crystal, holding it in your hand, and suddenly you feel as if you know spells. I can dream. Nice, Kirla. They got soul crystals set up like gym badges. Take my money. Yeah. Truly, Goku.
多分処理しきれなくなって、ただなんとか処理しようと思って頑張るんでずれるんだと思うんだよ。ほぼ多分それじゃない。
They cut a deal with her too, but stuff and get shipped to them with bribe for it to be sent to me. Yeah.
メモリが リフレッシュが効くとちょっとなる。お、リロードで治った。これは治った。
じゃあまあ超えてるようであれば
配
進めましょう。
信が
Thank you, Ray Ray.
ところでずれてってるけど、ブラウザリロードしてくれれば治るんじゃないかな。お、よかった。よし。
We'll try that. He said he said try reloading browser if they're having issues.
でこですね。北米欧州では
Ooh, those are lovely. Oh, this yeah. Japanese masking tape varies because sometimes it's just pretty, but it's shit. But sometimes it's actually really good. The 12, the job masking tape, the 12 masking tape, the like, oh, that's very pretty. That's very, very pretty. Not ribbons, tape, Kirillea.
これ意外といろんな使い方できるんだけどな。そう、多分ご存知ない方もいるので、ぜひちょっとストアが
Job. Those are all really good though.
わからんけど、
New cut teacup for this collection. Yeah.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
はい。というのが、ここまでがグローバル共通の
Washi tape, yeah.
ほう。
I have a lot of like modeling tape that I use. Like Japanese modeling tape's amazing, but general masking tape is
これは北米
variable.
フェス専用グッズである。
そうですね。で北米のストアのみで、取り扱いとなります。はい。ではまず行きましょう。
はい。
こちらです。T シャツ、ファンフェス T シャツ。
Oh, FanFest 23. Look, oh my god, look at its guys, the shirt, it has the Loporits with their like carrot things. Maybe they're actually going to bring it. Maybe they are going to give out those carrots for the fucking Primals concert. Oh my god, I really hope they do. That would be amazing. Oh, that'd be so amazing.
毎回このシリーズあるんですよね。
はいはい、ありますね、北米のファンフェスはね。はい。
はい、続いてこちらです。どうぞ。はい。
Oh!
ハイデリンです。
That shirt is...
これまたあれですね。
I don't want to say it's sex, but it's literally like if you brought that to a heavy metal concert, no one would question it. No one.
このちょっとデザインされた文字で。
This is clearly towards the mood. Well, Hydra, I'm sure like one of the people who are going, like me or someone we can take you up on that. We can figure that out. We can get you connected to someone. I'm sure, Hydra. Imagine if Gaming Way makes an appearance for the event. Is that Eorzean J on the shirt? Yeah, it was Red Mage.
別のアイテムにプリントしたね、もしかしたら日本ファンフェスにねあるかもわからんしね。はい。そういうのはぜひお声をお寄せいただければ。はい。
はい。そして続いてまだ T シャツがございます。続いてどうぞ。ほい。Zero.
Hey, I'm sure no one's gonna buy that because all of you are a bunch of Zero stands. Don't get me wrong, I love Zero. I'll have to see the Discord for people going then because I would pay up to $45 a day. Yeah, Hydra, we've got quite a few people. I think at least 10 people in the Discord who are going. Oh my god, that's adorable.
本当北米コミュニティチームは好きよね。エポリットね。
大好き。可愛いですね。
ちなみにポケットはついてございません。はい。デザインでございます。
Are these only on sale at FanFest? It seems, yeah. Commemorative merchandise now accepting pre-orders. They are pre-orders. You can buy them on. I think you can pre-order them online and buy them online, but you, yeah. It's, I forget what they said exactly. But yeah, you can pre-order them before getting at FanFest. Pocket Loporits. Miss Zero? Ma'am. Zero out there just miladying everyone. Oh, the fucking tote has like the lunar sabotender. The lunatender. I love how it's a bunch of the other minions and then it's just lunatender. I mean, like, I know he's a minion too, but it's just like... One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is a sabotender. Laptops for the win. Laptops! Good shit. Lunatender, my beloved. Deki, you are after my own heart. Got a Lopper in my pocket, taking this one to the moon.
じゃないかと私は思うんです。いいですよね。はい。ということでグッズの紹介はここまででございました。はい。
The cup we showed earlier is not suited for microwave or dishwasher. That's such a Japanese thing. The NA team really like the Loporits. This doesn't actually have a pocket. It's just part of the design. Oh, there is no pocket on the shirt. The Loporits in the pocket. There's no actual pocket. But apparently the North American team really loves the Loporits.
ヨーロッパはヨーロッパ、日本は日本で、企画をしなさいっていう話をしてるんですね。
The minion in front of the Moogle and behind Runkun's
みんなに届けたいっていうグッズを、
Pyrrhsa?
代理店使ったりとかして、
I think it's one of those guys.
承認を取りなさいって言ってるので、基本的には
Paisa?
確認もするし、フィードバックもするんですけど。
Long boy. What's the minion? We stand the Lunatenders in this house plot. Understandable. Moon buns are adorable.
もうちょい調整するんだけど、
Agreed.
北米がこれで行きたいってなったら大丈夫だよって言ってやってるんですね。まあ。
Is that it? Is that really? You know, like, see, I'm all about the physical merch of like, you know, something cool, like the flower. Oh, by the way, V, looks like the, I know you were looking at those flowers. They're pre-ordering those flowers for cheaper and for FanFest. Pisa Fuka, yeah, thank you, Kirillman. Just wish they had a more wide size range, yeah. Would someone tell me why people put mugs in microwaves? What do you mean what? Because it heats them up, heats up the water? Or heats up the liquid? I'm confused, Yu-Gi-Oh. Because it works? Americans don't use kettles. Yes, but most American kettles suck. Like, getting a good kettle here is not always easy. Yeah, kettles are... I mean, we use kettles. We just don't have good quick kettles. Like, electric kettles here are not very commonplace, and they're not widely available for cheap. Have you never made a cupcake? Yeah. As an American, I normally just boil in a pot. Yeah. Kettle supremacy. Rip, good to see, glad to have you. My electric kettle changed my life. Yeah, I've used electric kettles, and they are amazing. Don't get me wrong. But to answer your question... It's also not just about cost, it's also about ubiquity. And also a lot of Americans just don't even know. They don't even, like, it's not a common tool they think about, so they don't even know like how life-changing it can be. And that's in kangaroo dollars. Other announcements. Oh? 10th anniversary, fireworks and music. Is this in-game or out-of-game?
直訳すると花火と音楽だね。
花火と音楽ということでこんなお知らせです。
花火と音楽 fireworks and music.
はい。未来の花火と FF14 のコラボレーションが実現いたします。はい。
Yeah, no, this is just like an actual thing in Japan.
と題しまして、リアルで花火を上げようと。ということでございまして、ひとまず決まっておりますのが8月。
Mirai no Hanabi is not a new style of entertainment. Disney's been doing that for decades. It's literally not the future. It's the future of fireworks. We've been doing this stateside for literal decades. Honestly, the water's hot enough to make Timo stuff. Yeah, Mood Jade, that's mine the same. Electric kettles are wonderful, they really are. Unless you have water dispense that heats and chills water through the reloading of my main. Yeah. Garlean restoration. Someday, Ryan. Or at least soft, like a soft restoration. Ray, I'm aware that tea requires boiling water. The water in my place, we turn the heater up high. This ain't news for stateside, it's newer for Japan though. Only got popular 2 years ago? Really? Wow. Crazy Hydra. I just, and also I'm being overly like, I'm being overly silly. I just like it's obviously different things, different places, but it just was funny seeing it say like a new style of entertainment. It's like, really? You're using one of the, like a very old, almost thousands of years old style of entertainment mixed with something that's been around for quite a bit of time. Restore that orphanage. The water from my faucet burns my hands, Ray Ray. You must understand.
東京競馬場があるんですけど、
ほうほうほうほうほう。
そこで
I
も
know it blew up during the
こんなような
pandemic.
こうやってた
Oh,
んです
interesting.
けど
はいはいはいはいはい。
なので今回我々はラグビー場でやりますけれども、
ほうほうほう。
なんかね海辺とかその大きいスポーツ施設とかでなんか花火やるんだ。
This is a fireworks show that allows
いや
fireworks go up in
でも
sync with the
これ
music. Yeah, that's all they're saying,
プロ
really.
グラムを走らせて
はい
や
But
る
it's not
や
hot enough for
はい
tea.
エンタメ性めちゃくちゃ高い。
I like my. I don't need my tea to be boiling, anyways. I mean, I just give me a simple green tea, a little honey, a little sugar, and I'm good to go.
らしいなと思ったのが、これが決まったっていうのを見たら、プライマル
Oh
そこで
my God, guys.
ってあの
Deadpool
メール
right
で
now
メールで言ってて
is asleep upstairs with my partner,
って
one of my partners, and
どれほど
holy
そうそうそう
moly
め
bully,
ちゃめちゃ忙しいの
he is conked out.
まあなんでまあそれぐらいねこう
Look at that boy.
音楽っていうのの
ね
親和性が非常に高いので、まあぜひねこちら10周年という
あ
ことで、
that's a good popper.
やっていきますんで、ぜひですね。
I wanna go
これ以
cuddle
外
right
に
now.
も開催場所とか、
I'm gonna come fall asleep with you soon, bud. Don't you worry.
そうですね。で
これはねチケットをご購入いただいて、
はい
はい
The nice part about this being not the live letter with the trailer means that I can I don't have to put out a video today.
はいなのでそのあたりの
Does Deadpool get conked out easily? Oh, depends on the time of day.
また後日改めて
But he's usually a light sleeper.
お待ちいただければと思います。ということで花火のご紹介でした。
はい。
はい、そして続いて次のお知らせです。どうぞ。はい、無料ログインキャンペーン実施中です、
はい
というお知らせです。こちら先日始まりまして、
The free login campaign.
5月8日まで
Yoshi-P, when Soken heard about this, his first response in an email was to suggest that the primals could perform there. Foxconn said, "Does that man know how busy he actually is?" I relate, Soken.
周り
I
に
relate.
今お休みしてるんだよなという方がいらっしゃれば、このタイミングにぜひお声掛けいただいて、
はい。
一緒に遊んでいただければと思いますので、
はい
よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
はい、そして続いて次のお知らせどうぞ。
This is a good time to get your friends into the game. Don't forget to use their don't forget to use their friend code, or give me their friend code. That works too.
14の LINE 公式アカウントを友達に追加していただ
Yeah,
いて
this is for Japan only.
LINE のトーク画面から、キャン
Oh my
ペーン
god,
を応
but
募
does
する
it
と
actually give you a free
140
Fantasia?
名様に幻想薬をプレゼントすると
はい。
いう企画になっておりまして、こちら期間が4月7日
Yeah, Rip. It's always the second live letter that's always the trailer. Like, as far as I know, it's always been the case.
方もすでに LINE やってる方もですね
Soken is a mad lad, it's true.
公式アカウントを
Set those days fall solidly into my sub.
お願いいたします。
Wah. Sorry, Kira. On the bright side, at least, hey, you just still you're subbed and playing. And the money's going to a game you love.
少なくとも公式が
あ、そうですね
お。友達になりますので
そうそうそう。
1はカウントされる。
そうそう。一つは確約されてます。
はい。140は少ないなって言われてます。まあまあ今後ね14にこだわるとね14か140か1400かみたい
次急にね
な
そうね
話になっていく
桁上がるのかな。
まあでもね
Still like a note.
ファンの
Yep.
方にねプレッシャー
Yep.
与える
No, it's usually this is the announcement for what they're going to announce next time. A lot of the time, and to basically get a lot of like smaller things out of the way, so that it can be a big move into 6.4, and they don't have to do like a 6-hour one of these or something.
開催中です。先日始まりまして
Hatching Tide Egg Hunt begins April 10th.
23時59分までとなっております。
Or ends, sorry, April 10th.
今回もね
はい
すごいことになってましたね。
なんか新社長の今後ね社長になる桐生さんもちょらっと話してたら、いや妻からエグエグって言われて
Don't forget to go get your Tomberry outfit
リマインドが
and your fright emo. You don't want to lose out on that because they're like, "Wah!" Emo is really good.
はい。
The Lala has a really stretchy face. I mean, aren't all Lalafels just made of Play-Doh? Popoto Play-Doh?
はい。そしてもう一つ、こちらをご確認いただ
On
きたい
Sims 4? Yeah, but we all know that Final Fantasy 14 was the better purchase there.
はい
Must be Rio Kirle.
説明しました
Probably because heating water in my grave for tea is seen as blasphemy by some teen nerds. Yeah, but it's delicious. Also makes it even more sus we already have the trial revealed. Yeah, exactly, Hydra. It's so sus that they actually revealed the name to that, but hid Barbaricha and Rubicante. Emo has given Lalafell another aggressive up. Shouldn't be too long before we see it through, considering 6.4 is late May release.
お願いします。
Yeah,
はい
should be third week. Eyes light up too. Yeah,
はい。
maintenance will be the 20. Next week will be the
いやでも
24th.
最近音声トラブルというかそのロボ声は何度か起きてるからね。ちょっと 原因をね探っておきたいね。でも
4 months after that will be September, so 6.5. 4-ish, 6-ish months after that.
治ってるんだよね。
I mean, I think we're really looking at a late. We're basically about looking at a late May, late spring, early summer release date for 7.0. Little over a year from now. I would say about. I'll bet you it's like 14 months from now.
そうですね。
はい。いやいやいや。いやいや。マスクするとごまかせるよ。まあそうなんですけど。
それはそうだけども。
そうそう。
We really have a lot of these sound issues lately. I think it's because of the PC we use for streaming.
実機は騙せなくな
A
る。
memory issue?
そうそうそう。
Perhaps?
騙
It's
せ
an
なきゃ
issue?
いけないですか。
うん。はい。いやいやいやいや。
ということで、今日はパッチ
ここまでですか？
はい。
はい。
コンテンツ特集パート1ということで、
うん
文字ベースと
14 months from now, making this the Final Fantasy 14. No
一応
coincidence.
交えつつということになりますね。
I would bet.
にはまたひたすら
I would bet like May or June. I would expect them to do late spring, early summer because in case they need to push back again, they don't start drifting into fall because they like summer.
はい。
So like
大型 MMO
early summer, late spring.
テストしてましたね。
開始中
Chris from Work to Game who does a lot of great work, has a lot of spreadsheets where he's like mapped out this shit. So he probably has a good idea.
ちょっと見てたんですけど、本当大変だと思うんですよ。マジで。別になんか上からとかじゃなくて、本当に大変なんですよ。MMO 特に
He's talking about something being very different.
されている。
That should wrap it up for today. Next producer live letter, we have in-game footage as well.
同期もそうだし、本当
Right now he's talking about game development
ぜひスタッフ
and how hard and how difficult it can be.
ご注意して、はい。ここで無理しすぎるとね、ここから先まだまだ長いと思います。ぜひ皆さん楽しみにしてると思います。ちょっとね落ち着いたら触らせていただこうと思います。
さあ皆さん、
はい。
気持ちはわかるが、
うん
あんまり人の名前は叫ばないでもいいんじゃないかなと私ちょっと思うとこ
もうね
ろがございます。なりましたか？もういいですか？
いや違うんですよ。違うんですよ。いつも言ってるように僕の名前が他のゲームで叫ばれたり、
はい
他のゲームでキャラメイクされて、それがなんか得票数取っちゃってデフォルトセッティングの中に吉田の顔が実装されちゃうとかはもう
Yoshi-P
ただ
says Blue Protocol has started network tests as well, and I know how hard those things are. I hope their staff don't overwork themselves, and I look forward to playing it.
あ
What a class act. You know, he talks about his competitors and how excited he is for them, and worried about the difficulties that they face.
気は楽かもね。だって何かあったら吉田のせいになってるわけだか
What a
ら。
class act.
もしかしたら。
While we're waiting for some more translations, friendly reminder, on Monday and Tuesday we streamed the MSQ. We are currently replaying, we're going through the 5.x series. Wednesdays new videos come out. Thursdays we have stream of me and Neri playing through the FF games. We're going through 3 right now. And we're playing them in order. Fridays we do community events as well as much of it. Fridays and Saturdays we do as well. And Sundays since we have off. However, tomorrow there will be a new video coming out as it is April Fool's Day. And last year was Goblin themed. I wonder what this year's could be.
タイトルが出て、切磋琢磨して発展していく。
La,
もちろん
la,
我々もより一層頑張っていこうと思ってますので、ぜひぜひ一緒にね、また盛り上がっていければと思います。
Yoshida is suffering from success being mentioned at every opportunity, even in other games, and he feels a little bad about it. Oh, basically, even when people are talking about like Blue Protocol and stuff, people mention Yoshida suffering from his success. No worries, Hydra. We all get busy. Just know that I appreciate it when you do show up. I appreciate it, and I miss you guys. I love talking to you guys when you're around. I'm going to try to get a ticket to Eorzean Symphony later in London. Wish me luck. Good luck, Rip. You got this. Hunter, good to see, glad to have you.
いよいよ
Thank you, Ray Ray, for all these lovely, lovely links, friend, being with us the whole way through. Can I get a lovely clap for the wonderful Ray Ray and the wonderful V
いろんなものを
and Bean, who is currently taking some time for themselves? If we could get a clap for the wonderful Bean.
ちょっと出費の方が全部参加するぜとか盛り上がるぜってなるとね外部ものはどうしてもねお金がっていうのがあるんでぜひそこはもう10周年だというのでですね思い切って一緒に楽しんで
Rip, luck both of us. Yep, I believe you guys. Knee, Rip, you got it.
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いいたします。
はい。
あ、すみません、最後の最後になりますけど、
はい
Lynn, good to see, glad to have you.
を先ほどね、ELL が始まる前に賑わせておりました。 もう一人の FF16 の吉田さんに
Main things, new Criterion dungeon, updates, major update to Island Sanctuary. We know the new Trials Golbez.
そうですね。
We know what the new dungeon is.
まあ順調にって言っても開発本当大変だったと思いますけど。
Seems interesting.
ギリギリまで。
There's going to be new AMSQ quests. I don't know if you were
も
aware.
のまでこだわってバグフィックスして。
Hildebrand, further adventures. I mean, just like some of the smaller things, even a lot of the 0.45 stuff. So that way they can like hit it hard going into, you know, the 0.4 producer live letter.
2回もやってるんですけど、相当慎重ですねって SIE の方にも言われたんですけど、まあやっぱり極限までっていうところはある。まあそれでもなんだろう、本当に軽微なバグまでゼロになるってことはゲームないので言っても、まあこれだけ複雑なものを作ってると。できるだけあんまりその Day 1とかにパッチが必須ですみたいな状態にもしたくはない。
God, I really want to hire someone for our group, like who's fluent in Japanese, who can help us like do some work to take, because there's so many interviews with Yoshi-P that are like just like fun like little sit down interviews that are all over YouTube that no one's translated into English and no one has like a record of. I gotta find someone who we can like get onto the team who could like take the time to do that. Unless like Ray V, one of you guys want to start learning Japanese.
まあ
with
今日
fluency.
ゴルベーザーのあたりでもすごくね、
I'd offer, but I don't have time.
ファイナルファンタジーシリーズ、例えば
Yoshi-P is talking about the 16 and how the master is ready to go. And that he really hopes that there won't be a day 1 patch needed for 16.
一作ね、最新作。
That would be amazing. That'd be the first time in a long time that a day 1 patch was not necessary for a major release.
まあでも
That'd be
俺ら
insane.
パッチ出したらすぐ14の最新作だからさ、
奪還しますからね。
そうそうそう、奪還するから。
But all that said,
ぐらいには
We're here to talk about 14 and focus on patch 6.4.
さらに7-0で水を開けていくみたいな。まあまあ、どっちもね、スクエアニックス頑張って、第3回事業本部頑張って作ってますんで、ぜひぜひ、どっちもよろしくお願いします。はい。
ということで以上をもちまして第76回ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサーレターライブを終了とさせていただきます。また次回お会いしましょう。
はい
さようなら。
さようなら。
Sayonara.
またね。
Okay, guys, we'll see us next producer live letter. So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up here. I guess we did all the normal outro stuff. For all those you guys new or only join us for a little bits of time, thanks for being with us today. Don't forget that you can come join our Discord. And if you want to hang out with us and do other content, we do a lot of different community events. Beyond that, if you wouldn't mind, we'd love if you would go check out our channel and some of our older videos, like our lyrical lores that we've been presenting all day today. I'm sure you'll find a song that you like there, or any of the other lore information that we touch on. Beyond that, if you want to support us, you can go support us on our Patreon, get your name in the banner above my head, as well at the end of the credits of videos, and a major thanks to me, and makes this whole thing sustainable, allows it to be much easier to go full-time. Beyond that, yeah, you can support us in various other ways. Yeah, good sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep now. Thank you for streaming. Always, yeah, thanks for joining in, everybody. Also, and a big thank you to Miuna and Luna Minori on the official Final Fantasy XIV Discord for doing the live translations. Those guys always do amazing work, and it's without it, we would all be much poorer off for it. Thanks, Nee. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I hope you all have a good day if you got some sleep, and if your day's just ending like mine is and you're ready to go to bed, may you dream good dreams and not be in stress. But I will see plenty of you guys around, and don't forget, we've got a new video coming out tomorrow, an April Fool's video that I would love for you guys to watch because I put a lot of work into it. And let's just say, Koji made an off-the-hand comment 10 years ago about gobbies and about goblins. And I have been thinking for the past 2 years about the best way to pay it off. With that said, I've been Elliot Forceron. I'll see you guys around. Cheers.